Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
Good evening. We are back on the mingle. Yeah, it's the mighty duo, Normski, DJB, and the wonderful chat as always, because it wouldn't be a mingle without the chat, would it? Wouldn't be a mingle without the
That's
chat.
right. That's right.
Norms, how you doing, bro? You all good?
Yeah, I'm all right. Just still nursing the injuries from Sunday. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
shrapnel and all the bullets that are being fired at us. Yeah, still ain't got over it. I'm not gonna lie. When you look at that game and think, this is a massive chance for us to win some silverware, and hopefully that be the platforms for us to then go on and try and get this Premier League over the line. But it's put a bit of a dampener and a bit of doubts in the back of people's minds, even my mind. Do you know what I mean? Because playing like that, DJB, if we play like that, I think we will come unstuck. And if we do end up losing the Premier League, mate, I will not be a happy bunny, and I'm sure the chat yourself will not be a happy bunny. So yeah, we'll get into it, and obviously, the fixtures coming up. We play Champions League, we play the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, all of these, and then we've got a plethora of injuries as well. So yeah, a lot to talk about, a lot on the menu tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot on the menu tonight, Norms, and it's we like the mingle to be all a little bit upbeat, so we'll try and keep it upbeat. We're going to have a little look at the merch because we ain't done that for a while as well. We'll get into the merchandise later on, but big up everyone that's in. Super Darren Sullivan is in. Bev the Ripper's in. Harry, good old Harry Gunner 95 is in. Kawaja, as always, absolute legend. And the Lynch as well. Big up the Lynch. Who doesn't love a good mingle? Absolutely. Who doesn't love a good mingle? You got to have a mingle. And big up the Norms as always. Norms's channel is pinned. It's pinned in the comments, guys. Make sure you go and sub to Norms. Come on, you should all be sub to Norms by now. Every single one of you that follows me should be following Norms as well. Big up to every single one. So, Norms, this is how the day went, my friend, okay? I could not sleep Saturday night. I was like a little kid waiting for his chopper bike at Christmas. Yeah. On my Sky Electrics. It was, I couldn't sleep. I was buzzing, all excited. I got my hoodie out, washed, ready for the week. Got all that washed and dried, ready to go. I had all my sort of, everything polished up, all mapped out. The train journeys, because all the trains were up the spout. I met my son. He had to go round the houses. His partner had to drop him off miles away to get on a train to then meet me at Upminster, and it was just chaos, right? It was chaos, but it was.
I saw the pictures, by the way.
Yeah. We had loads of pictures. We met up with Dan Potts and Dada Potts and Russell and the one and only Kenny Ken, and it was buzzing. We gets into the bar, into the Preston, just one stop past Wembley. We queued up. We waited 25 minutes to get served because there was banks of about 4 behind a bar, and it was all rocking. Everyone was buzzing. Everyone was buzzing.
Yeah.
Then we walks up Wembley Way. We gets Wembley Way. We walk up to Wembley Way. Bumped into Rashid. Big up Rashid. And bumped into Clickbait Dan. I mean Positive Dan. Sorry. Not Clickbait Dan. Positive Dan. Sorry Dan. But he was here, there, and everything. He was like wallpaper Dan. He was Normski. He was like wallpaper, mate. He was great. He was everywhere. He was in everyone's face, like, oh, camera. Clickbait Dan.
Oh, okay.
And then we goes into the fan zone. That was buzzing. Gets in the ground, takes our seats, gets to the kickoff, and it all went downhill from there. The whole day was just thrown out the window. And I knew, Norms, and I don't know about you, but I knew from about the first 5, people say, oh, Arsenal played well the first 10 minutes. No, we didn't. We didn't, Norms. We did not play well from start to finish. And from the moment we kicked off, Norms, I just had that feeling. This ain't going to be our day. How was you about it, brother? How did your day go?
So my day was I was at church on the Sunday morning, and then after that,
Good
that
for you,
day. So basically that day, the plan was, so we, I do this thing where I work for a charity, and we sort of help out with the people on the street and feeding homeless and all that. So that was my day to roll. So of all the days to do it on the day of cup final day. Now my daughter got out of it, right? She put a text in the group chat to say, could somebody swap with me short notice, right? And somebody obliged and said yes. And so she ended up going home and sitting down in the comfort of her house and watching it on the big screen. Right. So all I had was my missus' laptop. I turned off all notifications. I spoke to a couple of my mates before. We had a little debrief about the game, what we think was going to happen. I was saying 2-1 in extra time. I was confident, as I said, buzzing the night before. Do you know what I mean? I was thinking, this is our chance to get our first silverware. I saw all the press conferences, with Saka, with Paul Merson. I saw Eze being rolled out and having a conversation. I saw Mikel Arteta saying we're going to attack the final. I saw all of this, right, mate? And we get to the game. The talk. You had people with pundits talking and blah blah this, blah blah that, and I'm getting excited.
Buzzing, isn't it?
Buzzing. Yeah. And as you rightly says, the game starts, and I thought, all right, first 5-10 minutes, you're at the ground so you can see a little bit better. But all right, yeah. Then after that, we went into our shell, and then the rest is history. Because for the next 70 minutes, what was the point of Arsenal turning up?
No point at all, mate.
What was the point?
Cape got that yellow card, I said, we're done, we're finished.
He just went into his shell. And at that point, right, DJ, at that
11
point,
minutes in roughly, I said we was finished after 11. After 11
because
minutes,
he can't now play his game. Exactly, he can't now play his game. He now can't play his game. And listen, look, Semenyo had him on toast. On the other side, Doku had Ben White on toast. You know what I mean? And we get in at half time, and you're thinking, right, Arteta, sit down and put a rocket up these guys and let's go out, come out second half different. But what I wanted to see was changes at half time. So I thought, make a change, take off, bring on Calafiori for Pierre. You know what I mean? He then brings on Madueke, which I'm telling you now, DJB, you might as well just put a hologram on there. Absolute waste of time, waste of space. He came on, and what difference did he make? He might as well just wore a light blue shirt. The amount of time he kept giving the ball away. You saw it. You was there. I mean, it's one of the worst substitutes I've seen. Come on and do that at Wembley. And honestly, watching the game, now there's this narrative about Kepa, and not all the blame is going to be on Kepa, but, we all said it that, ideally you would want to see Raya starting, but we knew Arteta was going to go down the road of Kepa because he says
squad depth. I don't know what everyone was crying about. Squad depth, got the best squad.
And
does it matter who plays Kepa or Raya? Does it matter? It's squad depth.
Well, exactly. We was told brilliant buy £5 million. £5 million for a guy that refused to come off the pitch for Sarri, missed a penalty in the final for them to lose, and his first action was to miss the ball completely. And unmarked O'Reilly, 21 years old, left back, who had Madueke and Saka in his back pocket,
who's been behind on his progress to Skelly. Skelly's been ahead of him in his footballing progress, and yet one plays for Pep and his levels, and the other one plays for Arteta and has been thrown under a bus. Make it make sense.
Well, you would say DJB, you would say one plays for Arsenal and being thrown under the bus, and he doesn't even get a chance to be thrown under the bus because he doesn't ever play.
No, he doesn't even make the bus, mate.
You don't see him hardly. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And you can see. I mean, look, they had City. Yeah, City had their fifth and sixth choice defense. They had Nunes at right back, who's a midfielder. They had O'Reilly, who's a midfielder at left back. As I said, he had basic Saka in his back pocket, and when Madueke come on, same thing. And a 21-year-old in the biggest stage, right? Millions watching, he goes and wins it for them with 2 goals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've titled my match reaction. Yeah.
Go on, mate. And do you know what?
No, I said I titled my match reaction. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Because these guys didn't back it up. There was all of these people having all these interviews. Arteta say we're going to attack the final. What did he do to attack the final? You sat back and you couldn't break down. You couldn't break down this so-called block. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Pep out. Pep. I was on Gianni's show, and Gianni said Pep didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to do anything tactically.
No. Easy day's work. Easy day's work.
I mean, what was Pepper do? What was Kepa doing, standing on the ball for what 45, 50 seconds? Because he didn't have a clue what to do. He didn't know whether to pop it over the top.
He's told to do that, Norms. He's told to slow the game down and take the sting out of the game. That's what he's told. They're all told to do it. They're programmed out to slow the game down. So when they have to pick it up, and I said this before, when they have to step up, they can't do it. They can't do it. I knew as soon as that first goal went in, we was done. I knew before they even scored, we were done.
But there was no fight, DJB. There was no fight. There was no fight.
On a yellow card, and he brings him out onto the field to play at half time. You got Havertz, who's never a midfield player. He's not even a forward. In actual fact, he's not even an Arsenal player. Doing absolutely nothing. That's before we get on the rest of it. Gorkarez is quality, though, Norms, and he's quality, and he dangerous, and he Norms, dangerous.
He did try.
Hey, I've said before, my Ford Focus tries, mate, but it don't make it an Aston Martin.
You know what? Listen. You know, you can't have so many. Look, I get it. These players need to perform. But you can't have so many players off their game, Saka off his game. You know, Eze stepped up a bit, but even before that, he was off his game. You got Gyökeres off his game. Our attacking front 3-4, whatever you want to call it.
Season, no Norms.
That's what it's been like. Trossard.
I've got to cheer everyone up here, Norms. Hang on a minute. I can't. I've got. Let's put some real quality. Here we go. Here we go, people. That's better, isn't it? That's better, Norms.
I can't hear. What are you playing? Because we can't hear nothing.
The background. No, the background. I've changed it.
I'm sorry. You know what? I thought you were going to play. I thought you were going to play. Oh, yeah. Background, Norms. Let's have some proper legends of the football club up, shall we? Yeah. I mean, would you say he's a legend? Hold on. Would you say he's a legend?
Oh, man. Message in a bottle. Oh, that's quality, Norms. Oh dear. Big up Martin Tapp. Big up everyone.
Big up every time.
In as well.
Tool job, FC.
Love Rice, but he's knackered. Absolutely blowing out of his backside. He used to last around about 62 minutes. Now he's only lasting about 48, 50. He's dropped 10 minutes in stamina now.
Yeah. And the thing is, right, the thing about it, right, you're at the ground, so you can see where sometimes when the TV camera is not on them, you can see them off the ball and see how they are, you know?
Yeah, he was slow. He was off the pace. He tried to run and his legs just couldn't carry him. Because you know what I mean? Poor Havertz, not a midfielder. Zubimendi's average. Zubimendi's the most overrated midfield player I've ever seen in my whole life.
100.
He's more overrated than Jamie Redknapp.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
And that is saying something.
Do you know what I mean? He's Jamie Redknapp set in Zubimendi, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
A final Arteta, and I like Jamie Redknapp because he says it as he. A final Arteta wanted to play for penalties. He would have lost that anyway.
The observation.
We got schooled by a proper manager on that day. We got schooled by a manager. What did he do? He knew Nketiah was aggressive. His whole game is about aggression. I've said it before. Yeah. He's an upgrade on Kolasinac, isn't he? That is it. Yeah. He's got no quality. He's got no That's not his game. His game is power. His game is aggression. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I haven't got a problem with that. However, the weakness is when he's on a yellow card, because you rely on aggression, that yellow card has taken down. It's gone now. That's gone. That's finished. You can't use that now. Right? Now, we know that. Why ain't the manager on £15 million a year knowing that? Why is he bringing him out for the second half to be humiliated and doubled up on?
Yep.
Make it make sense.
I was calling it. When that happened, I was saying,
trying to make. See what it is, right, Norms? We've been all over like how it was and who played this and how we all played this, right? But we haven't really touched on the manager because the manager's had a smoke screen, hasn't he? And the smoke screen's been Kepa.
Yep.
Kepa's been his sort of bodyguard, isn't it? Everyone's been ripping into Kepa. Yeah. But no one's really because if we'd have won that, he'd have been a genius playing Kepa. We've lost it.
100%.
Now it's Kepa's fault. Do you see what I mean? No one would have mentioned Kepa.
Sleight of hand.
No one would have mentioned it.
Listen,
they would have said
Arteta does a sleight of hand stuff. It's slight. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They all would have said, Arteta, masterclass, genius for playing Kepa. Genius. Right? But because Kepa's messed up, suddenly it's Kepa's fault. Nothing to do with Arteta who picked him. Nothing to do with him at all.
Nope.
And this is what gets me. Let's start looking at the manager, right? He then keeps Nketiah on till half time. He doesn't even take him off. So they've come out the second half and they've come out exactly how they started the first half. He's got Norgard on the bench. You got Zubimendi treading water, looking at the stars again. Haven't got a clue. Don't know whether to stick or twist. Don't know who to go with, who to run with, who to track back with.
Yeah.
Don't know whether to run with the ball. Don't know whether to pass the ball. All over the place, right? And then he starts kissing grass when the goal goes in. He's got Norgard on the bench. Didn't bring him on. And then the biggest nail in the coffin, he's got Max Dowman, the most creative player that we've had in the last 10 matches.
Yep.
What you make of it, Norms? Because I'm baffled by how these people haven't got on the pitch.
Let's go back to the Kepa thing. Yeah, the smoke screen. I mean, look, the noise around this. We talked about it on the Bruised Banana, and we mentioned about the fact that we would rather see what's the name, Raya, go in goal. Thank you, Kepa, for getting us so far to a final. Now let's bring in Raya in there. Now the talk is Kepa, you shouldn't have done it, blah blah blah. Kepa's useless, blah blah blah, and whatever. And he spoke about it. He was asked about it. He said he will do it again. And I'm worried that he's going to bring him again in the Southampton game when we play in the quarterfinals in a few days' time or so, or in a few weeks' time or whatever. And so the whole noise is away from him now, and the focus is on Kepa. You are the manager. You need to make these decisions. I don't care what Pep is doing. Yeah, the guy's got credit in the bank. The man, how many of those cups has he won? Yeah, we haven't won that cup in 33 years. Yeah, exactly. And this is our opportunity to do it. You talk about Max Dowman.
Come into it. You play your best. Play your best.
Yeah, that's right. He talked about I do want to show be disrespectful. These are not the correct words, but he didn't want to be disrespectful. He didn't want to upset the apple cart. So listen, sentiments go out the window. You've got a load of fans that pay loads of money, to come and watch this and watch that. Big money to go and watch that.
I know.
And what did we show for it? What did we show for it? Absolutely embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing.
There's a way to lose a cup final, isn't there, Nobs?
Yeah. And that way was not the way. Yeah, you've got Zubimendi, as you said, eating grass. You've got a Norgard, physical player, yeah? Because my man was just getting pushed left, right, and centre. Went for I think it's for the second goal. You know what I mean? He's as you said, he's eating grass. Yeah, he's eating grass. Norgard sitting on the bench. Another what we call sensible buy. When are you going to use this guy? When are you going to use this guy?
Premier League
Okay,
experience.
you have Max Diamond at this point. Yeah, people are saying, "Oh, we need to protect Max Diamond." Listen, he played in that Everton game. He was a hero. 74th minute, you brought him on. You didn't play him in the Bayer Leverkusen game. Now, if the reason is that you didn't play him in this cup final because you thought that maybe his mum said don't let him play because he's got homework to do on when he gets home. Let's just. Why is he there? Why is he on the bench? Why is he on the bench? Listen, at 0-0, I would be big on. I will at 0-0 at half time. I'd give it maybe 10 minutes and then I'll bring Max Diamond on. Why didn't he do that? Because he's sitting there thinking, and then what happens? City just turned it up, just turned the notch up, and wave after wave, we couldn't get out. It was just literally the ball was kicking the ball out,
Norms,
and it was just coming back at us.
Second half. Do you know what, right, Norms? Interrupting you. Me and the boy went. I'm sitting by the boy. Right. We're looking at the second half, and I went to him. It's coming. It's coming. Header, bang, 1-0. I looks at the clock, right, and before we knew it,
4 minutes later,
was on 72 minutes of game time. We hadn't been out of our half in the second half for 20 odd minutes. Honestly,
mad.
it was just wave after wave. We couldn't get out. It was wave after wave after wave after wave.
Nothing.
It was ridiculous. It was as if we had 9 men.
Yeah.
And listen, you can gloss it all you like. And you got dickheads like Ian Wright saying about, oh, it don't matter. It's only the Carabao Cup. It does matter. It's Arsenal Football Club. It's a cup final.
This is the other annoying thing.
The reason why
we have not won it.
And not only that, we was told to trust the process. Trust the process.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, he's standing in the middle of the Emirates with a mic. Do not settle for second best, guys. Raise the standards. We will not settle for second best. Well, you have. You've been humiliated.
Yep. I keep saying it, DJB. Talk is cheap. Fire in the belly. Yeah, this is the next thing. Oh, the players have now got fire in their belly for these next 2 months. Yeah, the one before that was after the Man United defeat. Guys, we're going to I bet you guys, I believe you, me, guys. Yeah, we and the fans, we're going to get on that boat together and enjoy the ride. Before that, it was a horrible feeling in my tummy. How many narratives are you going to come up with? Right? How many narratives are you going to come up and use this PR thing? Rabbit, yap, yap, rabbit, yap,
yap. It don't matter if we win the league. It don't matter if we win the league. You got another 3 years of this guy if we win the league. Of playing crap football.
And this is...
Can you DJB, but I'm not putting up with it.
I can't. But DJB, this is the thing, is because when you see the toppies of the top people started running this thing about the company down the road, which I won't mention, that channel down the road, what we won't mention, talking about the top one, the top guy saying, we're going to forget about this because even if we win it, we'll forget about this in a few weeks' time. What are you talking about? The same ones that call this a tin pot club and then you ended up. Why are you at the game then? If you don't rate the cup, why are you at the game?
Give your 93 medal back. Exactly. Yeah. Let's get the super chat.
Exactly. So
big up the Stooge. Go on, man. Sorry, Norms. Big up DJB, Norms.
You read that, man. Yeah.
Even if we win the league this year, the League Cup and the general performances are terrible. It's been crap. Stooge, honestly, man, it's been terrible. And we've been terrible. And the scary thing is, Norms, and come back in, man, because me and you have just got loads to say, right? The scary thing is, Norms, Stooge, chat, short-term success is going to be our long-term downfall, because this guy will get another 3 years if he wins the Premier League.
100%. I'm talking with some people, and they were even saying, look, even if he wins the Premier League, based on what they've seen and whatever, it would just do the decent thing and just say, look, I've got you this far, I've won you a Premier League, I'm going to walk out in glory right away in that sunset. But what's going to happen is If he wins that Premier League, my gosh, if he loses next season and we fall down the league, he's going to have credit in his back because all they're going to fall on is that he's now got a Premier League, and it's been the hardest league. We played the best football. All the narratives of that before it was, he's had the most amount of points. He's done this. He's got us from 8th to this. He's taken us from a horrible place to here. So all of that is now going to be pushed aside because now that we've won a Premier League, that will be the next narrative. That will be the next goalpost that they've moved to say, this is why we need to keep this manager. Yeah? Because you're looking at Slot, who spent nearly £500 million, sitting currently 5th or 6th in the league, and the players want him out. The fans want him out. Right? That's standards. Yeah? They're saying it's not good enough. The money that's been spent, that's one of the worst Premier League defense of a league title. But he will get away with it. Arteta will get away with it, and that's the worrying thing. That's the worrying thing. And as I said I think I said it on your show last week. Going into next season, yeah, if we don't get rid of key players that are not doing anything for the club, and when I say key players that are sucking and leeching off of this club, not good enough, injury prone. If we don't get them off the books and we go on into next season with that core set of players, including Havertz being there because there's talk about him possibly getting a new contract, we're finished. We're finished.
Oh, man.
We're finished.
Oh, man, it was just dreadful, man. I mean, the attack is worrying me big time.
Very.
The attack of this football club is worrying me big time, Norms. And we've said it, you've said it. We have got to get rid of players at the end of the season, and we'll address it later on a mingle. But, I mean, it was just not, for me, it was... That cup, I'll tell you what that cup final summed up for me, right? That cup final performance was like a reset. That was like, when we had lockdown, COVID, and everything just resetted, didn't it? Everyone calmed down. It was a reset. Pubs were shut. This was shut. Everyone was just like you had to stay at home with a family. You had to do the things that you used to do years ago. That, for me, that cup final was a whole reset on how we have been playing for the last 2 seasons.
Yeah. That
just summed it up right there. If you want to know how Arsenal Football Club have been playing on the whole.
There you go.
There it is. I don't mean the odd slap when we beat, Bayern Munich in the Champions League and when we had our night out at beating Real Madrid. I don't mean all that. I mean, on the whole, pound for pound, week in, week out, that is how Arsenal have been playing because I've been watching it live.
Yeah. And
the only reason why we've been getting away with it is because we've scored from the odd set piece or the odd own goal. But not so much the defence because that's been solid and I've been happy with that.
Yeah.
But going forward, the final third, the creativity, that cup final summed it all up for me. That's exactly how we've been playing. No different.
Yeah.
No different. And it's shocking. Absolutely shocking. But big up everyone in the chat. Let's have a go. Suji's in. Here's a crazy thought. With Eze injured instead of playing Odegaard, let's have Norgard or Zubamendi, Rice and MLS in midfield. Exactly. MLS has gone. Yeah. Miles Lewis Tierney. We've had Ethan Smith Rowe. Now we've got Miles Lewis Tierney.
So
Tierney settings finished. Another young player that's thrown under the bus. Gone.
At least we're thinking. At least we're thinking at the box. How about them thinking at the box?
Yeah. Norms, he could have gone 2-0 down. Skelly, get on. Saka, get off. Skelly, just go and fill your boots. We're 2-0 down. I'd have rather him thrown the kitchen sink out of it.
Yeah,
I'd have rather him be 2-0 down and go, Dowman, Skelly, get on, run around, do what you like, school playground football. Didn't
Yeah,
even
go
do
out and
that.
give it. The thing is, for me, right, it's disappointed, DJ, is that they didn't go and
Oh,
give it a go. They didn't give it a
sickening.
go. They literally didn't give it a go, and then they're
No.
trying in the last. You got like 5 minutes to go with whatever injury time is, and then they're trying. They're trying to go, and get, And the worst thing about it is when they took off Ben White, I thought, all right, they're gonna, and they brought on all the other attack. I thought, okay, maybe they're gonna go for it at the back and just try and go for it, right? No, what does he do? He goes and puts Rice
Noni
right back.
Madueke. Whoopi Goldberg comes off the bench. Noni Madueke, he's not an Arsenal player. You'll have little glimpses of him here, there, and everywhere, and everyone will be waxing lyricals all over him about his 10-minute little cameo. But on the whole, he's crap.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, what I saw when he
Big
came
up
on.
Lawrence, my guy. Big up,
man.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Here's what will happen after the international break: get knocked out, Barca in the Champions League, or Chelsea in the City. City will do us in the semi-final. I'll tell you, who'll do us in the semi-final. West Ham United. They'll beat Leeds. We'll get them in the semi, and that'll be us done. Catch up with the league and pip us the title. Yeah, honestly, not as confident now, are we? Big up Brenny, man. Big up Brenny. Evening DJ B. Normsky in the super chat. Arteta's protection racket for Sunday's embarrassing. It's a joke, mate. It's a joke. It's been like it all the time. We don't have the mentality to win the final under this manager. We ain't winning that FA Cup, that's for sure. We ain't winning the Champions League. I was confident, but we're not now. Says it all. Big up Binks is all in. Martin Tapp is in. Another super chat. The Suge. Normsky needs 30 to 1K. Come on. We're going to do it by the end of tonight. The final has been a disaster.
The final countdown.
Our week, but the only thing that's going to get Normsky to cheer up is getting 30 more subs to get that 1K. Come on, people. You know you can do it. Doesn't cost you anything. Come on. Big up, Suge, as always.
Yeah. Well, Paul Merson came out, DJB, Paul Merson came out as well and said that the only thing that we were likely to win will probably just be the Premier League because he can't see us on a one-off game, beating anybody in a final if we go and meet, say, Liverpool or Man City, and we stand no chance if we end up against Barcelona or Atletico Madrid. And what makes it worse is that we got a game against Sporting Lisbon. The man is in the house every time.
Now we're cooking in the mingle, people.
Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking.
Now we're cooking.
The
three brothers.
Now it's time to back off the jacket, man. Now it's time to back off the jacket.
The three original amigos. The amigos. The three brothers are here.
Big up, bro.
No, it was just an absolute crap show. It ruined days. It ruined the performances. But you have to look at this manager in big games. Big game moments is where you look towards your manager. Matty, I've not spoken to you since the cup final. I've not had a word with you since the cup final, my friend. I think I might have briefly. I can't remember now. It was all a blur, mate. But welcome to the mingle. Big up to you, my friend. Hope you're well, brother. Are you over it? Are you over it, or are you now worried going forward? We're going to have a look at the fixtures. We're going to get the fixtures up in a minute, the remaining fixtures. What are your thoughts now going forward after watching all of that? Give us a breakdown, Matty.
Big up to you all. Big up to the chat. Normsky, good to see you again. We spent last night together watching some good
Shooting the breeze, man.
Last night, man. JB, when we last talked, man, I wasn't angered like I was a couple of years ago. I was just extremely disappointed.
Yeah.
Because we were in a final. And I don't think people understand the magnitude of getting to a final, the work that goes into getting to a final. We've all seen us win plenty of finals back in the day and stuff like that. But you gotta start thinking, it was 8 years ago before we got into a League Cup final. It's been 6 years since we got to a final with this manager.
Facts.
And it's been decades since we won a league title. Our fan base, for some weird reason, thinks that it's just a given that you're gonna win. And when you're presented with those opportunities like you were on Sunday against a team that you would have to say going into the game based off of how they played the last 2 months, we're in a weakened position. And quite frankly, I think they only played at 60%. To be honest with you, 60 to 75%. What really was a one-man show, depending on who you talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And we weren't able to do anything against that team. What I walked away from that game looking at was we're in worse shape than what I thought we were going into it. And everybody seems to think that for some weird reason that, well, now that that's over, everything else is going to fall into place. It doesn't quite work that way in the world of sports. It doesn't quite work that way. I mean, we're not going to just turn on the switch tomorrow and we're going to be playing, creme de la creme football. It doesn't quite work that way. And now they've got 2 weeks to go away, and you got to hope everybody stays healthy. I'm seeing this morning, before I left the house, Odegaard's on the way back. Let me give you a stat. Put your hands out, y'all.
Here we go. Listen to me.
We was on our worst losing streak with him in the team. We just started winning. He was out of the team. Does anybody remember that?
Please, can I have some more, sir?
Does anybody remember that? We were struggling with him in the team, and as soon as he come out,
got the hope glasses, mate. My hope glasses are on.
They fogged up. They're gonna be real foggy in a couple weeks here, because
he's putting Havertz up front as well. You know that.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. We're going right back to what
we're going back.
We're going back to what we had.
Yeah,
this is last year we're looking at. We're going right back to what we've seen last year. So if we've seen that for the last couple of years, and the result has been what it's been, what do you think the result's going to be now? People are saying, "Well, we're 9 points ahead." Yeah, we were 8 points ahead a couple of years ago.
Yep,
on a 1 point difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and guess what happened to 2 years? The year we bottled it, we lost to them in the League Cup. This is history repeating itself.
Repeat. Yeah.
We do not learn from history, gentlemen. We don't learn from history. You see patterns, you have to break patterns. You start seeing these problems. You go, "Oh man, wait a minute, I can't go back down this road. I've seen this before." It's an alcoholic who's trying to get over alcoholism. They stay away from it, and then they look and they see patterns. "Oh, I can't go back down that pattern. Can't go back down that road again." Arsenal keeps getting more to drink. Pour me some more of it. Pour me some more. They keep pouring up the drink. It's crazy. Chugging them down. Just chugging them down. Just give me another. Just chugging them down. Just drink it up. Just drinking up the hope. That game Sunday, gentlemen. I said I had a front row seat. I know JB, you definitely had a front row seat. I had a front row seat. We all had a front row seat. And to watch that manager set the team up like he did, he should be ashamed of himself. I told Taryn was with us last night watching it, and I told him, I said, one of the best phrases I heard this week was he brought on a substitution to defend Manchester City's lead. That was one of the best things I heard this week, because that's exactly what he did. We're in a cup final.
Say it again, Matty. Say it again so all the chat can understand it. What did he do? What did he do?
BBK said he brought on a defender to defend Manchester City's lead.
Did you get that?
That's
what brings on a defender.
I need to go and get a drink. Hold on.
I need to go
get a drink.
Yeah,
that is absolute.
That was one of the funniest things I've heard this week. Because when you look at this manager. When you look at this manager, JB, as soon as you go 1-0 down in the cup final, immediate adjustments. It's immediate adjustments. It's immediate. Yeah. And I'm looking at the clock, brother. I'm looking at the clock, man. And it was 58 minutes on the clock. I said, well, this is enough time to at least get one back. Because you got to start clawing the goals back.
You got to start throwing. You got to start throwing. You got to start bamboozling that team when you're 1-0 down.
Yeah, throw the kitchen sink.
He's got Max Dowman on there.
Dowman's on the bench.
When Saka cannot even lift. What did the club? We have been ripping into Odegaard, right? Rightly so. Whether you think the criticism has been justified or not, whether it's been over the top, it doesn't matter. He's not been our captain. He's not been playing good football at this football club. Saka has been the captain of this football club for weeks.
Yep.
He's now comes into a final on a new contract. Whether or not you'd think he deserved it or not, but the bottom line is he's now got to step up and prove he's a 300 grand a week player. And he's captain of the football club. This guy has got off scot-free because he's living off the past. He's living off his past reputation. What did he do? England international, captain of Arsenal in this cup final, Matty. What did he do?
But see, JB, when we sat on Pot's show together that day, and I said when that deal was announced, and I told the fellas, I said, hey, if we're paying him £300,000 a week, he's got to perform at £300,000 a week play. Realistically, we know that's not going to happen due to the injuries that he's had. He's getting flogged out there, and his brothers, he's out of form. He's out of form.
He's terrible.
And at the wrong time of the season.
Yeah,
this is the worst time of the season to be out of form. He's out of form. I'm looking at,
but he hasn't played well all season, Matty.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Nobody wants to acknowledge that, but we've been saying it all year. The performance, the numbers are don't lie. You could go look and pull up his numbers. They don't lie.
No,
he's in bad shape. He's destitute. Martinelli running the ball off throw-ins. Victor Gyökeres, he's defending. He's defending. The striker, he's defending in a cup final at Wembley.
He never had any touches of the ball in the second half. I think he had about two touches.
Maybe three at most. In a cup final.
£70 million signing.
At a
90
cup,
odd goals before
JB.
he arrived at the club, and he's had 3 touches of the ball in a cup final.
A cup final.
Yeah.
In Wembley.
You couldn't write it.
On international television. Against a team that was playing at 60%. 60%. City wasn't even playing like that. City wasn't even at 100 miles.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. That's what I noticed. They weren't.
That was just like, we'll do what Arsenal's doing. They want to put it in the air. We'll put it in the air for a little bit. And when we take it out of the air, we know what's going to happen. As soon as they took the ball out of the air, that was it. We talked about it last night. No, it's the ball on the floor.
Yep.
Any team in world football that plays with the ball on the floor poses a threat to this team.
Yep.
It doesn't matter who it is, what level of league they in. If they can play with the ball on the floor, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. The manager's looking around. I forget to go back. I'm about to do it when I do my stream. Where he had that look in his face after they scored. He had that kind of, I don't know if you saw it, Noski. When they on our feet, they had him. He was looking. He was like, he had one of those looks like he didn't know what to do. It was too much for him.
Very good.
Gabby Heinze couldn't tell him what to do. You the one getting paid $15.7 million, Mikhail. You figure it out.
Yep.
2 goals down. He goes down 2 goals. He goes down 2 goals. And what does he do?
You know the worry. Sorry, guys. Just to cut in. The worrying thing is when the first goal went, because you think at this point now, let's go. You think right, let's step in. 4 minutes later, we're 2-0 down. 4 minutes later, we're 2-0 down. It ain't final.
And he still didn't have any. He still didn't go for it. I mean, this is what I'm saying. What really annoys me as well is that we've been told that this squad is elite. It's this, it's that, it's this, it's that, right? People are saying the cup final that we lost to Man City was worse than this, right? Let me tell you something.
No.
That team that City had then, right, was elite,
Proper. Yeah.
right? Proper team.
100-point team.
Yeah, 100-point team, elite team. The expectations of Arsenal winning that was not like the magnitude of expectations of Arsenal winning this time.
We was hoping we didn't lose by too many.
We was just turning up to play football, and hopefully we might get something out of it. But realistically, no one thought we were going to win that cup when we got beat. But this time, every single Arsenal fan was going, "Yeah, we'll win this. We'll win this." And do you know what made it worse, Norms? Man City's makeshift defense.
Yeah. Ragtag.
Makeshift defense.
Didn't trouble
They
them.
had no defense.
It was ragtag. It was ragtag. This is
Ake looking like Prime Baresi, not even getting out of second gear. How have we not broken down that defense, Normski?
Listen, we just haven't. We there's no creativity. There's no creativity in that side. Not one. The only time we had creativity was when he brought on what's the name, Calafori in that 64th minute or wherever it was. That's the only time we saw a bit of creativity.
And that's just because he goes forward naturally.
Yeah, that's
people
because
think
he's the chaos. He is the chaos. He's called the chaos. That's what he is.
They said, well, he did a great job. No, that's what he does normally. He just so happened to do it in his game.
It's nothing that's coached by Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, that was nothing.
That's not coached by Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, nothing special. I'm just, what troubles me, guys, is how do you have a young man that bailed that saved your bacon a couple of weeks ago against Everton?
Yeah.
And you didn't play him in the Champions League game. Okay, cool. All right, no problem. But then in the cup final, he doesn't even see the pitch. Doesn't even see the pitch.
Peeling oranges.
Let me tell y'all something. If this keeps up with this young man, he has to sign a contract, a professional contract soon. He keeps doing this. That's what I'm saying. People, he'll look around and go, well, wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now I've done X, Y, and Z. I'm looking over at Lamine Yamal. I'm looking over at this young man over at Manchester United.
Yeah,
because you can best believe if someone was to go south over there, if Bruno was to go down, they're gonna bring on Lacey and then drop him in there. Everybody else takes their care of their young men. They drop him in. He's looking over there, and all his buddies that tried to come into the team. The one that's over there at United now, and the other fella. There's a couple other guys there. Can't get into the team.
Evan.
What's his name? The Chattanooga. I can't call it now.
Yeah, the young Man United fan.
United fan,
yeah. But this is what I'm saying, though, mate. Max Dellman, he's going down the same. He'll end up going down the same route as Ethan Nwaneri under this manager.
Yeah,
they'll loan him out, and then eventually he'll go.
And on the 43rd minute of our game, Ethan is over there scoring at Marseille.
Yeah.
We saw
Ethan scoring for Marseille and banging out. They love him over there.
Yeah,
running the show. Ethan is better than Kai Havertz.
And we sat on Dan Potts show in July of last year, and I said, if we're not gonna play Max Dellman this season, we need to loan him out. And I got called an absolute fool by Miguel. And what have we done with him this year? Absolutely nothing. And you see the stardust he brings every single time he touches the pitch. Every single time. This manager cannot cultivate youth players. This manager cannot coach in cup games. 25 cup matches.
Yep.
22 out of 25. He is lost.
Yeah.
He cannot go. And I'm supposed to believe he's going to win the Champions League this year?
Progress, mate. It's a good job we're 9 points clear, because can you imagine if we weren't now?
I told the guys last night, I don't feel good about this, about the next couple months. I don't feel good. But people are like, oh, well, City's going to drop points. We are too. And West Ham is going to need points. City, we ain't beating them at what's called Etihad. You might well just throw that out the window. We can beat them.
Let's get these fixtures up. Let's get the fixtures up. Let's look at the running.
Evan Nielsen at Bournemouth, he tore us up last time.
Let's have a little look at this. Big up to everyone in the chat. Make sure that you're subbing to the Southern Gooner Matty and Normski, definitely. And big up to every single one of you in the chat, people. It's an absolute privilege to have you on board, as always. Lynch, everyone, Lux. Big up, and there's also a new subscriber as well in the chat. Welcome to the community, my friend, and anyone else that has just joined me. And Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have starred some of your comments as well. How many you want to see another Chelsea sloppy second in Arsenal shirt?
No more Chelsea
Not
players.
me. No more Chelsea players. I don't even want to see any more players under this football manager, if I'm honest, Lawrence. Don't be surprised if this clown Arteta goes knocking on Stamford Bridge door. I don't want to see any players come into this team that's got quality. Because look what he's done to Gorkarez. Look what he's done to players that have signed for the football club. Eze. You telling me Eze's had a great season? He's had moments.
Mediocre.
He's had moments.
Yeah.
Compared to last
Moments.
Yeah, none of our attackers are banged. I mean, I'm sure we're going to come on to this. Well, no, he's not a star boy no more. That star's burnt out.
Big up
yeah?
13 times.
Yeah.
Welcome.
That star's
the fallen star. The fallen
That's
star.
the fallen star. That's the fallen star. It's uncomfortable conversations. Yeah.
And here we go. So this is it now.
Look.
Look at the way he's looking at Arteta as if to say, "I've got you. I got you."
You call yourself. You
bro.
call yourself a manager.
You're still in your jumper. You ain't washed all for about 3 years. I've got you. You're fine. You're coming.
How about wear a suit, man? Yeah, where's your suit?
You're coming. You're coming. But this is City's fixtures, people. Right? Okay, we've gone past March. This is City. Matty, Numsky, chat. They have Chelsea away. Chelsea have now fallen off.
They're done.
They're done. Yeah. Then they've got Arsenal.
That's a win.
That's a win. Burnley away is a win.
Win.
Everton
away.
Tricky. That might be their tricky one. That might be the one where they might get a point.
Draw.
Brentford at home is a win. I can now see City not losing another game. That cup final, remember there's no Champions League now. They ain't got to worry about Champions League.
Yep.
He ain't got to rotate teams for Champions League. He's got nothing in midweek.
Yeah.
To go for. The only thing he's got to look forward to is the FA Cup against Liverpool. And I'm telling you now, well, we all know how Liverpool are playing. Right? So there's City. So we're saying, what we're saying there, 3 points, 6 points, 9 points. There's 9 points in April.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
They're getting 9 points in April.
They go 9 points right there.
There's 9 points in April. Okay, we won't go into May. There's 9 points in April. One thing I do know, they're winning that last game of the season against Aston Villa. Aston Villa might have already secured a place in Europe.
Our fan base, who is chastised, Unai Emery will be begging him for them to beat.
Oh, yeah, it'll all be, come on, Unai. Come on, Unai. They'll all be Unai fans. Can't stand the guy, can they? Now they'll all be backing him. So there's your City. I've got you. I've got you. I know you're coming. And this is Arsenal's. Suddenly, after that cup final, these so-called easy fixtures don't look so pretty, do they? What I'm trying to say, right, Matty and Norms, if we'd have won that cup final, these fixtures look like cocktails, don't they? They all look nice. They're sitting in your garden. It's all look rosy. After that performance, these fixtures suddenly look tricky, don't they?
I'm telling you now. I'm looking at City,
Bournemouth, City, and Newcastle. I'm looking at 1 point.
We're losing at home to Newcastle.
Yeah, Newcastle gonna be trouble.
Newcastle are turning us over. Do you know why? Because they've got our number.
Yeah,
and they've got Bruno in midfield that puts it on us. And they've got and
now Gordon is firing at the moment.
Yeah,
isn't he?
Gordon on the left.
And you got the other guy. What's the other guy that plays? What's the other guy? Well, normally he comes on, doesn't he?
You talking about the Frenchman?
Yeah, the Frenchman. But there's a guy. What's the guy who used to play for Leicester? That comes on.
Oh, Barnes, Harvey Barnes.
Harvey Barnes.
Yeah. They've got Harvey Barnes, yeah. They're dangerous. They're dangerous. They love playing Arsenal. Newcastle love playing Arsenal. Now, I reckon by the end of April, this 9 point league is going to be turned on its head. On its head. What you saying, fellas, on these fixtures here?
I'm telling you now. You look at Fulham and West Ham. West Ham needs a point. They need about 69 points.
Yep,
and that's safe. Burnley, they're going to play with pride. They're going to have some pride. They're not going to just. How many? Let me put it this way. How many times have we seen this scenario, y'all? That's why I tell y'all, history repeating itself. We see. Does anybody remember Southampton?
Mm-hmm. At the end,
remember that?
Yeah. We had to claw that back to 3-3.
Aston Villa. Y'all remember all these fixtures this time a couple years back? Fulham.
Oh, don't man.
Yeah, Fulham, West Ham, they're there.
But they got the psyche now, haven't they? The players.
Palace away. Oh,
they've lost the final.
Palace will say, "Oh, Palace will be their players will be on the beach." No, they won't. That manager plays for have a little pride. They're going to close the season out with a win at home.
That's Glasner's last game.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're going to want to close out with a win.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
This is last day sentence. We've messed around here and have opportunities. We have had opportunities 2 or 3 times this year to put City away, and we have refused to do it. And I told you all, I sat here with y'all months ago, and I said, the League Cup, and JB, you sat me on the panel when I said it on Potts channel at the beginning of the season. I said the most important thing that we need to be talking about this season right now out of the gate is winning this Carabao Cup, because it set the tone for the rest of the season. Yeah. And people thought I was crazy when I said that. And I told you all, I said, it's psychological. The game of sport is psychological. I've coached it, I've played it, I've breathed it, I've lived it. I'm telling you now, psychologically, to beat a team like Manchester City, you have to have the psychological advantage. You have to have it. And this manager refuses to go down that road. He refuses to go. Well, he does not believe in getting the mental edge over on somebody. And you get the mental edge on somebody by a game like we had Sunday. You win that game Sunday, the doubt starts to increase. You go in, you win another game, and you go further ahead. Oh, well, I don't think we can do it. You break them mentally. Instead, it reverses. They break us mentally. Yeah, every team we play breaks us mentally. Every manager breaks this manager mentally. And Pep is at 60%. He's out there wearing polyester suits, scratching blood in his head. He's doing all this crazy stuff, spitting all over the place.
Yeah.
This is what he's done all year. And the manager can't finish him off.
Yeah. Not seizing the opportunity. And that's the problem. We've not seized the opportunity because, as you say, this is not the best Man City side. This is not the best version of Man City side. And we've been told that this is the best Arsenal side since whatever. This is what we've been told. So my expectations is going into this game that we go and deal with it. And we put this emphasis on it. A lot of people want to say that, it's just another cup. You know, we if we don't get it, we don't get it. We move on because we've got bigger fish to fry. That's the narrative that's been pushed out there by the pundits, and they're all saying it in a different way. And all the minions will latch onto that and go, "Yeah, that's right. We have got bigger fish to fry." Well, I'm telling you that we said that this cup, this final, will be a key to us to see how we now go forward with the rest of the fixtures that we've got. And now all we've done is given Man City the wind in their sails. And then when you now lay those names of fixtures on the screen in black and white, you know, like when you're in a room and everything just looks big, like you start to like go small and the room looks big. That's what it's looking like. It's like this is now
all because of that cup final.
All because of that cup final. All because of that cup final. Yeah. And mentally and psychologically, you've sucked it out of these players. And now the fans are now suffering, right? But you see, what you have is a set of that fan base that are coping. They want to cope. They want to just put their heads in the sand. But we're looking at it head on reality. If there's a truck coming, you're going to move. Don't just hope and wish that truck is going to. No, you move out the way. Because if that truck hits you head on, you're dead.
Crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy.
It's a sad state of affairs. That this.
And do you know the worrying thing, Matty and Norms? The worrying thing. Let's just get another super chat. Big up, Ejub. Absolute legend, my friend. Big up. Those remaining fixtures with 0 in the 10. Yeah. No, Odegaard in the 10.
You know what?
Havertz up the top. He knows exactly what we need.
You know, like I know what's coming.
Big up, Asia.
Y'all know what's coming. I told y'all. Odegaard
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming. I told you all off camera in our chat.
Odegaard's coming in. Havertz is going to start in the 9.
What have I told y'all off camera in our chat?
Yeah.
I said, Odegaard is in this team kissing goodbye.
Yeah.
You're not winning the title with him.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
It's
Can't
all
wait. We are going back to plan
C.
A. Plan C. Rewind.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. We're going back to the same team that couldn't get over the line in the last 2 years.
Mad. Absolutely mad.
Have y'all noticed?
DJP.
Have y'all noticed every
big up.
player that they have said, oh, Harris is coming back. Odegaard's coming back. All these players that we've seen over the last few years, they coming back to save us. And what has happened? We find ourselves right back in the same situation. Right back in the same situation. How can JB? How can you have how can you? We all remember our days in school, and every once in a while, if the class was in good shape, the teacher would give you an open book test, or maybe let you use the notes on a quiz. You know, He said, "Hey, you get your book out, get your notes, use your notes.
Use your notes.
Yeah.
How did that Arteta have all the answers to the quiz and refuse to even look at
refuses to use it?
How does he refuse to do it?
Because he's stubborn. I don't know why he does it. See, this is what I'm trying to say.
Hammond's right there. Skelly's right there. Ethan's right there. All these players right there. And he refuses to use. Norgard. What did you buy him for?
Yep.
Every time Norgard's been called upon to deputize for us, he's done a good job. I'll be the first to admit we didn't think we didn't think that much of it. But then when you look at him and play, you're like, well, hell, we could have used Norgard this summer. I mean, this past Sunday.
I'm sorry, Matty, but what I've seen of Norgard and what I've seen of Zubimendi, I wouldn't be bothered if Norgard starts, to be honest.
Well, Norsky, did I not tell you? I said drop. We talked about this about a month ago. I said drop Zubimendi.
Drop him. He's not doing anything. He's found wanting. And do you know another thing, guys, that I thought about the other day, and chat, big up the chat. Make sure that you smash a like on the channel, please, guys, and make sure that you're subbing to the Southern Gooner and Normski. You should have got 30 subs by now, Normski. But big up to everyone. Big up to all your super chats, all your comments. Over 100 in the building. Big up to every single one of you. Is an absolute legend. And welcome to the community if you're new to the community. You might think it's all doom and gloom, chat. You might think, oh, you know, what they talking about and all this and all of that. But this is what we've seen. When you have played a cup final like that and you are looking at players, that can't raise a smile, they cannot even raise their hand. They're finished. They're lacking ideas. They're lacking confidence. That was a lot. What I saw as well Sunday, Norms, and I don't know about you, but not just Sunday, but what I've seen against Brentford, what I've seen against Wolves. People forget this. This is not just about Sunday.
Yeah.
We've been getting away with it. Yeah? We've been getting away with it. What's that tune? Who sings that song? Getting away with it. No. Right? We've been getting away with it week in, week out. Sunderland. It started at Sunderland.
Yep.
We weren't playing brilliant before then. And then we get beat. Then Liverpool was dross. This has been coming. This has been on the cards. It's just that we've been finding a way to kind of wing it, a set piece. But going into these real key fixtures now, FA Cup, Southampton away, Sporting Lisbon, Champions League. But we smashed them. Suddenly, Sporting Lisbon have found a new bounce in their step, apparently.
Yep.
That's going to be hard. And we're looking at players now that are lacking in confidence, that are lacking in motivation, injured. It's just crazy, isn't it? It's just crazy, Norms. No confidence at all.
Gentlemen, this is a nice plate here. This is fine dining. You would love to eat off something like this, right?
Yeah.
This is what we choose to eat off of, right? The paper plate. This is what we don't want proper silverware.
We're not fine dining. No.
No fine dining.
We're kids' tea party.
This is what we operate with.
Yeah.
Cake, hot dog, chips, that kind of stuff. Stuff. We sit on the stream and we don't want to miss the stream while we on it. We just try to eat something off to the side. That's how we operate. This is what we operate. Arsenal refused to win this kind of stuff. Real silverware. They go for paper plates, stuff you can tear up.
Paper plates. Yeah,
that's how we operate. This is how this football club operates. It's an absolute disgrace. Monday I woke up, gentlemen. I woke up Monday, and I said I could not believe we pissed away. I mean, didn't even try. If it had been 2-1, 3-2, 4-3, 5-3, 5-2, 5-4.
Yeah, make it go. There's a way to lose a final, Matty. I'm okay with that.
1-0. I said, well, all right, but to go 2-0 and get your ass, just straight whipped.
And a team that's not even had to get out of second gear.
In another game where we have not played a full 90 minutes. We have done that for the last, all the way back to something like you said. We have not played.
We haven't played. I can't remember Arsenal playing a full 90 minutes of quality football.
No.
Can you, Norms?
No.
You have to go all the way back to the last time we turned a team over was Tottenham. And that was how many months ago?
Exactly.
Turn of the year.
Exactly.
We're in trouble. We're in trouble. You got players doing kick-ups in your half. Kick up.
That's not
that is when, I'm telling you now, Matty, me and my son was at the stadium and the trains were up the creek, right? The trains were all over the place. When I saw him do the kick-ups, and he could have done 150 kick-ups before he was even challenged.
One or two times.
And then the final nail that made me get up off my seat and go to my son, come on, let's go, let's hit the road, was when Noni Madueke miscontrolled that ball and it went out for a throw-in. I was gone. Yeah. I said, right, come on, let's go. Gone. Yeah. I admire Kenny Kemp to stand behind and watch them get their losers' medals. I couldn't do it. I could not. They didn't. I couldn't do it. They'd let me down so badly. I felt let down so badly. Really let down. And then you're looking at the football manager again, like I've been all season, like I was all last season.
Clueless.
And this, I'll tell you what it reminded me of, guys, right? Big up to everyone in the locked in the chat. Over 115. Big up to every single one of you. And make sure that you're subbing. I'll tell you what it reminded me of. It reminded me of the PSG semi-final second leg.
Yeah. So I thought about last night.
Right? Because I'm looking at the manager and I'm going, you are losing. What are you going to do to change it?
Nothing.
What are you going to do? Are you going to put an extra man up front? Are you going to throw the kitchen sink out of it? Are you going to bring Max Dowman on? Are you going to bring Skelly on? Are you going to push? Are you going to play free at the back? Are you going to go for it? And PSG last year, second leg, we're going out the Champions League. Arsenal Football Club never won it. Never won it. We're only 1-0 down. We only won a goal. I'm going, change it up. Put Martinelli down the middle. Do this, do that, do that. What does he do? Get Partey doing long throws. Raya booting the ball 30, 40 yards. Wimbledon FC.
Yeah. I remember that. Oh, my gosh.
Right? And that, so a year on in another cup final, because that semi-final was probably the equivalent in football sense, if you like, just as important. A year on in another cup final, I'm looking at the manager because I'm right above the manager. I'm right above the dugout. I'm not looking at the game. I'm looking at the manager and I'm going, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you doing? I know what he's going to do. Let's bring on Noni Madueke. Let's bring on a defender to defend a two.
No. He brings on the defender first.
And then he brings on a defender first. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, during the broadcast, I told Lee and the guys, I said, hey, he's gonna bring on Calafiore first. Everybody went over everybody's head, and then he brought him out. I
El
said,
Capitan Ray, big up Lee for your raid. Big up my friend El Capitan.
Shout out to his brother up here. Where was he at? He had just one brother here had a oh, let me find it right quick. Where is that? Where is he at? I want to give him his props. He said, leave it to 9 minutes. That way, still, you about to come up on it right now. The next one down. Shout out to that brother right there. This is what I'm talking about right there. He wants to make the substitutions when there's no time on the clock.
This is the problem. This is what I couldn't believe what I was watching.
It'll drive you crazy, Normski. It drives you crazy when you see that. You're like, brother, it takes the average player 12 to 15 minutes to get the blood flowing.
Get in the game.
Get in the game.
9 minutes.
9 minutes, brother.
Big up to the Lee raid. It's crazy.
Down 2 goals.
But do you know what, right? I'll be honest with you guys, right? People are saying to us, oh, it's a one-off in a cup final. It's a cup final. No.
It's a repeat.
And I said to Normski, sorry, Matty. I said to Normski, didn't I, Norms, right at the beginning of the stream before you joined us, Matty, big up to you, right? I said, if ever you wanted any insight of how this manager has been managing Arsenal Football Club since he's been there, that cup final, it's the absolute stage and sums everything up how he's been managing this football club.
You know that JB, that is exactly what we saw against Newcastle, 4th to 5th.
Newcastle,
Olympiacos,
Man United, FA Cup,
United, Sporting Lisbon, Liverpool against the Kids.
Yeah.
Get Saved by the Bell. That's what I call them. Get Saved by the Bell. You had the City. What 2-3 times there?
Big up, Lee. Big up to you,
man. You had the City a couple years back. You had City last year. This brother, he consistently finds new. He evolved. He is an evolutionist when it comes to losing.
It was his curtain raiser yesterday. Yeah, that cup final, brothers Normski. That cup final there was his showcase of how he's been managing this football club.
I said it's a showcase on why you need to be sacked, regardless even if we win the title this year. That's the key. Anybody 22 out of 25 cup chances, and you can't do anything. Listen, man. You look. You give United 22 out of 25. They would at least 4. 22 out of 25 for Liverpool. They at least get them 3. 22 out of 25 City. They're gonna take at least 14 and 16. Chelsea's gonna win something there. Hell, even the destitute Spurs won something last year.
Oh my God!
I mean, when you sit down and you look at this, West Ham had won cups before we had under this manager in the last 6 years. This brother is an absolute tool. He's an absolute failure when it comes to the stages that matter. And this is what I was trying to tell people. This is what Lee was trying to tell people. This is what you were trying to tell people. Kenny, Jet, all of Norsky, BBK, Waffle. Everybody was trying to tell everybody. North side. We have all sat there and tried to tell people. As the season goes further, the pressure ramps up. And when the pressure ramps up, this is when you see what we saw Sunday. So what you saw Sunday was a precursor to what you're going to see in the FA Cup once we get past Southampton, if we get past
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
You got to go down against Bournemouth. Pressure.
Yeah. Pressure.
I mean, Matt, just to confirm what you're just saying, and I said it earlier on as well, Paul Merson said the same thing. He essentially just said that our only chance of probably winning silverware will be the Premier League because he doesn't see us going any further in the FA Cup. Yeah, he thinks we'll just lose in a one-off game. Because we're not, it's almost like he said we're not set up that way. Because when you look at that game, it's almost like we was playing that game like a league game, we're playing like that 3 points was going to come out of it. No, 3 points weren't coming out. It was a cup. You're there to go and win a cup, and you're bringing on players. 9 minutes to go, and you're bringing on attacking players.
Down by 2 goals. Down by 2 goals. This. So when I watch these cup competition games, and I'm looking at the manager, it's like you said. He doesn't understand that you have to coach on the fly.
Yeah.
Anytime you're in a tournament, you coach on the fly. What you normally do in the regular season is of no use. Anybody that's my American patriots in the chat tell you when it's regular season is completely different than the postseason. Once you get into a cup competition or a tournament, all bets are off. You have to make adjustments on the fly. Mm-hmm. This manager cannot do that. All he can do is coach for 3 points or a draw. That's all he can do. So when we watched them against Chelsea, when they get to the final, he goes, okay, well, we'll just treat it like a regular game. We'll just stink it out. Well, you can't do that in the final. In the final, you got to come out all guns blazing.
Yeah.
He comes out shooting water with water pistols and water balloons. That's what he shows up with. City showed up with tanks, M16s, Tomcats, all this stuff. They showing up with heavy artillery. He shows up with a water gun.
Crazy.
And a harmonica. Talking about
Absolutely
trying to do
crazy.
something. This manager is an absolute tool when it comes to success. The only reason, and people don't want to hear this, but the truth of the matter is this: the only reason we are where we are in the league is because everyone else has stomped the joint out. They have stomped the joint out. And we better be counting our blessings that Manchester United lost 4 or 5 of their first few games.
Yeah.
The boys,
because
they had
listen, you said, Matty, let's go back. Prophet Matty, let's go back. What did you say? You said there's going to be one team. Did you say there was going to be one team?
One team. This second half that's going to show up on that table, and you're going to look at the table and go, "How did this team get here?"
Where was Man United after hammering him? Man United 14, now sitting
13, 12, way down there. What did I tell you at the beginning of the year? I said, "You watch this space, and if they'd have won about 3 or 4 more games here, they'd be a few points off of this right here."
Yep.
I'm telling you, and people, I'm supposed to believe that next year we're gonna come back and do this again. No, not
joking. You're joking.
Not under this manager, ladies and gentlemen. No way.
Absolute big up Tyrell. No, absolute. Listen, been saying it because our next hurdle now is we have got to, whatever we win, whatever we don't win, even if we don't win, whatever we win, whether we win the Premier League or we don't win the Premier League. The simple fact is there are players that have got to be moved out of this football team.
Got to go.
Not good enough.
Non-negotiables, DJB, non-negotiables.
Yeah. But we've already got people saying, oh, you can't get rid of Martinelli. You can't get rid of this one. You can't get rid of this one.
Yep.
Can't get rid of this one. My biggest problem is, are we going to have that much money to spend? Do you think these owners are going to give this manager more money to spend? Do you think he's going to get another war chest?
I got something for you. I got a surprise for y'all. I have a surprise for y'all.
Go on, man.
You will have to sell to spin this year. Oh, yes. We're going to have to sell to spin this year. Oh, yeah. Not going to just open it up and throw money in the pot like we did last season. Someone, no. These players have got to go. And if I'm Burden, I'm looking at some of these players. I've already found house.
Well, he's practically drawing up his list. So, he's getting the ball moving. I mean,
I'm doing
the unfortunate thing is
Who are you getting rid of, Nulski? Who are you getting rid of?
Okay, so first on the chopping block is Jesus, Havertz, second, Odegaard, Trossard, Martinelli. Unfortunately, Ben White, because of his injuries, he's going to have to go, and Jesus. 7 players.
Yeah.
Matty, are you keeping anyone out of that 7?
I'm doing the Berta. I'm gonna put my glasses down just like this.
Get the Berta on.
And I'm looking.
Get the Berta. Matty's on the Berta. Matty's on the Berta. There he is.
He's got to go.
Jesus.
Havertz has got to go. Odegaard's got to go. White's got to go.
4.
Calafiori, if we can get some.
I didn't bring up Calafiori. Yeah, Calafiori.
He's got to go. And if Saka can't cut it next year, he's gonna need to go.
Oh boy!
I'm going to throw someone else. I'm going to throw someone else in there as well because he don't trust him, so he don't need to be at the football club. Norgard.
Yeah. You wasted money. He could be playing.
Norgard. I think he goes. I think Norgard goes.
And I'll tell you another.
And Kepa, the goalkeeper.
And Kepa. And I'll tell you another player that's going to go. And this will be a player that's going to request that he leaves the football club.
Miles
he wants
Lewis.
out. Skelly.
Yeah.
Skelly.
He's
Lewis.
the one youngster that he's not going to be able to control. He's going to turn around and say, I want out. I want to go.
Yeah. And noise has been already been made around that. So
Skelly.
yeah, we're gonna have an interesting summer in terms of the players that we need to get. I mean, all those players that we mentioned, not all of them are going to go. I mean, there's that thing of whether they sell Skelly and sell possibly Ethan Manreri because it's pure profit for them.
Here we go.
They're coming to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Here we go, Normski. Look, £1 billion spent. And we need another rebuild.
Yeah. That in itself means it's
that
a
in
failure.
itself is a sack of offense.
The project has failed. It's not banged. Yeah, it's failed, mate.
Yeah, it is going past shape, bro. When you have to spend a missile, I told y'all this is a missile. This is what you spend on a missile, a warhead. You spend $1 billion, a skyscraper, a team. You buy a team $1 billion. We could have bought a team for $1 billion. We could have bought 2 teams for $1 billion, 3 for $1 billion, and we bought a team. And here we are talking about we've got to rebuild. We got to rebuild. We're paying some of these jokers astronomical wages.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz. Jesus. He comes on for 9 minutes in a cup for Jesus.
9 minute Jesus.
9 minute Jesus.
Big up, Sully. I want Odegaard kicked from the upper tier out. Yeah. Well, I'm telling you now, if Saka is playing like he is now, this time next season, I want him gone as well.
Yeah.
There's no love lost. You can't keep living.
No, sentiment. It's got to go out the window.
But he's star boy. But he's there. Okay, well, what do we do then? Do we keep him hanging on Do we keep him hanging around the football team like Win the Dog?
Can I put the thing is, guys, the thing is, it's going to take the same trajectory, the same road, like with Arteta. Just give him another year. Just give him another year. And the thing is, he's currently getting worse and worse, and that's what's going to happen with Saka. Okay, he's going to get worse and worse. Oh, don't worry, he's going to find his form. He ain't going to find his form. He's not going to get back. He's 24 years old. His body's getting older. 5 years straight. 5 years straight. Hamstring off the bone. Second hamstring injury.
Everyone's exactly.
You want to hear something that's going to scare you to death? Y'all ready to hear something that's going to scare y'all to death? Magalhaes is about to be 30 years old. You going to hold on to him for another 3 or 4 years too?
Yeah, Magalhaes is 30 years. Yeah, he's coming to his 30 years. Yeah. I'm telling you now, right? If we win the Premier League this season and we play the way we've been playing all this season,
you better enjoy it because it'll be the last one we have.
Saliba's going to go, do you know what? I'm not enjoying this.
Yeah,
I'm not enjoying this. I've won my trophy now. I've got my Premier League medal. I'm actually not enjoying the way I'm not enjoying this now at the football club. I'm bored. It's like that job, you know, that job you're in where you're doing the same job week in, week out, day in, day out, and you stick it because you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, your kids are at uni or college and whatever, so you got to stick it. And then when all that gets settled, you think to yourself, hang on a minute, I'm bored of this now. I want something else.
Is it worth it?
That's gonna be how it is. That's gonna be how it is. Guys, it's easier if you make a list of who can stay. Yeah, he should. Big up to you, my friend. The list of players that needs to go is too long. Yeah. Exactly. Big up Rich 99. Before we know it, it will see our great defence, Gabriel Saliba, getting fed up. Just said that. Absolutely. And if we don't win the Premier League, UCL, the Saliba will leave the trophies. Yeah,
you heard what Saliba said early this season. He said he was tired at the end of the season not having something in his pocket.
Yeah.
There's no way you and we've said this during the season this year. There's no way that a player that takes his craft serious, no player gets up and say, you know what? I just want to finish in second place. That's all I want to do in my career. I just want to finish in third. These players, a player that wants to do something wants to win. We got a brother here in the chat saying, well, it's one bad season and y'all are rough on soccer. I'm treating soccer the same way I treat Odegaard. If Odegaard's sticking it out, I'll go after him.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is the problem.
Saka ain't been Saka since 22-23 season.
Exactly.
We're bringing Saka up if you want.
Y'all keep talking. Let me Pull up.
He's just progressively
Get
got
his stats up.
worse.
Get Saka's stats up since 22-23 season, Matty.
But the thing is, well, this is what's going to happen though, right, DJB? This same thing's going to happen. He's going to perform well, and what's going to stand out is that a guy that earns that kind of money has to work for that money and come up with the fees. You can't be giving excuses. Find a way. He has to find a way. The manager has to find a way to get this Saka playing more effective, because at the moment he's non-effective. Emmanuel Petit said it today on Talk Sport or yesterday, whenever it was, and said that this guy basically is not contributing. He's not contributing to the side. He can't beat his player. He can't. When he goes to shoot, they know what he's going to do. He's just hitting a block all the time. His game needs to be adapted. He needs to either go into a central position, maybe more as a false 9 as opposed to a 10, because even when he's talking about him being a false 10, he was basically saying that he's not that way creative. Play him as a false 9 then. You know?
Yeah. Try something different. Norms, you ain't got Richie's. Richie wants to jump on. I ain't got his. You got Rich. You got Richie's.
I think I've got his. I
haven't got Richie's. I haven't got Richie.
Yeah, I think I've got his Insta thingy.
I haven't got Richie's thingy.
I can. Let me.
Not a single world-class player is in the entire squad yet. We spent billions. Facts. I've been saying it all along. I've been saying it that the squad. We've got depth, we've got options, but options don't give you quality. Jesus is not quality. Havertz is not quality. Yeah, I'm sorry.
There you go, DJ.
We've not got the quality to turn games on its head.
Is that Richie? Is Richie 99? Isn't it? Richie 99.
Yeah.
I've got his Insta thing. I'll send him. I'll send him
the friendly in Dublin. Big up to you.
Good luck, man.
Come on, man. Good luck, man. Good luck. Come on, the Irish. Shane will be off limits if Ireland win.
I just dropped the link in the back chat here for you, JB.
Is it in there?
Yeah, right in the back chat.
In the chat, in the
right here in the private chat. It's in the private chat.
Oh yeah, right. Let's have a look. Where are we? Why can't I get the private chat up? What's going on? What's going on, bro? Where's the private chat? Starred live. Am I missing something? I can't find the private chat on my thing.
Look up.
I can see. I can
look above live. You see live?
Yeah. Hang on. Nope.
It's vanished on it. All right, hold on. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp.
Send me WhatsApp. Big up, Isha. Big up for new member. Big up to every single one that's in there. Why on earth why haven't I got private chat on? Big up, Lawrence. DJB, someone that you just met up before the game on Sunday, has told me that a reliable source who works at the club told me that Arsenal are in talks right now with Fabregas to replace Arteta. Oh, I've got the private chat. Yes, I got it. Sorry. Here we go. Yeah. Right.
Oh, Kenny won't be happy. Kenny won't be happy about that.
No, Ken won't be happy about that. I've got the private chat. Here we go. Hang on a minute. Can't get it up on the screen though, Matty, from there. Put it. Can you put it? Can I put it on the present and we'll present it?
All right. There you go, right there.
That's it. There we go. Here we go, people. Big up everyone that's in. Over 271 locked in. These are the stats. People. Okay.
10-7.
These are the stats.
That's this season. 10 goals, 7 assists.
There you go. This is Saka's stats.
20-24. 15-14. Now you just down. Completely just considerably down. 23-24. 21-13.
Crazy.
22. 20-13. 21, 16-8. And then 2021 is 8-7. So he's back, he's right in line with when he first got into the team, 8-7, closer to that 10-7 this year. Does anybody see him scoring 7, 8, 9 goals in the next couple of weeks?
No.
Don't see it.
No.
Can't see it.
So he has deteriorated. Look at the deterioration. And it's not a slight. It's bang. Fallen right off. Look at his figures this season. Look at it. Captain of Arsenal Football Club.
In the Premier League,
a week.
And in the Premier League, 6 goals, 4 assists.
It's crazy.
Out of 27 matches played. Contrast that with last year. 6-10 last year. He's in line with what he did last year.
Big up, Rich. Big
What's
up,
Rich,
man.
Good to see you, brother.
Big up, everybody. Big up, Norms. Big up, DJB. Big up, Matty. Big up, everyone in the chat. Thank you very much, DJB. About time.
Yeah, it's about time, brother. Big up to you. I've got no contacts from you. We'll have to get it backstage.
I know, mate.
Look at this. Yeah. Look at this Saka's. Look at Saka's. Look at Saka's stats. Look, ridiculous.
And they'll tell you this. Oh, well, why y'all don't pile on Saka? Well, I mean, 2 years ago he was 16-8. 22.
Is it 6 goals last season? 6 goals this season? I was looking at this the other day.
One bad season. Go back last season.
Rich, it's only a 2-game difference between this year and last year. 25.
And the thing is, an old Matty as well. People say, "Oh, Sanchez, Saka." I used to think, is there a bit of comparison? Looking at it now, Sanchez scored 79 goals, I think it was, from 2014 to 2018. Saka played like 305 games, I think it is. Made his debut in 2018 against Volta Varoska, I think it was. Looking at him now, I'd had Sanchez over Saka over all front line any day.
Look at Bowen's sets. Look at Bowen's compared to Saka's in the last 2 seasons. Playing for West Ham.
Hey, now in the chat, they say, you have it out for Saka. It's strange. Listen, if this was any other player in the team, everybody be talking about this player need to be moved out. But no. You know, Saka, the manager, this is 70% on the manager, 30% on the player. Yeah. This manager, when we sat there last year, JB, when we sat on that show last year, me, you, and Kenny and Lee, and we said, and Shane, and we said, hey, man, we need to be shutting him down for the rest of the year so that he can be ready to go when the season starts.
This is not Saka's fault. This is the manager's fault.
Yeah.
I think Arteta and Southgate are to blame for this. I think Southgate's got to blame.
And 50, you could break it down. 65% Arteta, 15% him, and the rest of the player. 100%. They have ran this young man into the ground.
Crazy.
This is Jack Wilshere all over again.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah. Absolute madness.
Would you say he's got a bit of Southgate and all, Matty?
He's got those remaining fixtures. I'll just grab these people. Darren, big up to you. I want Odegaard kick from the upper tier. Facts. Ejub, become a YouTube member. Big up to you, Ejub, as always, my friend. Big up to you. Welcome. Rich, it's been a while, my friend, and make sure that you sub into Rich and follow him, Rich.
Thank you very much. Can't wait to 1K now. So
what are you? Big up to you, my friend. What you're saying on the season going forward? Because listen, we're the cup final. We all know that was a complete mess. Oh. How are you now feeling after the cup final and what you saw and the players' performances, the manager's performance? Not just the players, the manager's performance as well. Are you
first
more,
of all, let's say big up panel, big up chat, everybody.
Now or less confident?
Do you know what, DJB? It's weird because as we get older, we start like when you're younger, you watch the game, don't you? And you jump up and stuff. Sometimes it just naturally fades away, don't you? Do you know what I mean? As you get older and that, you don't get ecstatic as much as you used to. But I can't get into the frame of mind of being in my head thinking, my team's going to win Premier League title. First time in 22 years, just touching.
Yes, crazy.
Now, I should be, because I'm looking and thinking 9 points in front, quarterfinals, you know what I mean? Just playing the first. But I cannot get my frame of mind to look at this team and say they're going to deliver because of the biggest problem, Arteta. Like I've said it so many times this season on shorts, even at half-time, shambolic first half from Arsenal. And I'm not making it up. I'm not just thinking, I'm just going to say that for a laugh. Do you know what I mean? It has been shambolic. There's that many games to mention. I mean, Liverpool home and away, Chelsea away. I mean, Casado got sent off in 37th minute, and we still came away from Stamford Bridge with a draw, and they was in form at the time. So was we. But a top manager would have said it. Keep saying this. No, top manager at half time would have said, right, we're going to abuse these. We've got an extra man. We're going to take this game and it's going to be ours. We're going to own them. We're going to play 2 up front for 15, 20 minutes and we're going to drag them everywhere and it'll feel like they've got 2 players sent off. And these other games, Forest away, you play that cautious and that negative. Whereas I say Arteta would lay in a bath in a life jacket against Sean Dyche, who used to soak defending up for a living when he was Burnley manager. I mean, and I just look and think, we got away with it. We got away with it. We got away with it. And it frustrates me. And even in that final, I thought to myself, Man City are giants. I think this is Pep's 19th final he's been to and now won 14. And I just looked and I thought, they've even got Foden, Johnny Stones on bench. They're treble winners, double winners. It's just another day out to them. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm looking and thinking, against Liverpool, when they played on the 7th of February, I'm looking at 8th of February, I thought, you got Cherky on bench, got Reinders on bench, Foden. He knows what he's doing already. He's looking ahead. Now, it's just natural. Like Gianni said last night, it's just natural for top managers to think, right, get to the back end of the season, start resting players. We treated Norgard like a youth team player who, when we played Wolves at Emirates on that Saturday night through Christmas period, that were perfect for Norgard to just sit there and say, right, I'll protect everything. I'm disciplined. I'm the ex-captain of Brentford. And even at that time, he should have played Wanyeri and Eze in front. I can't look at this team and think we're going to get over the line. And people are saying as well, it's fantastic, that we're going to be so mad at Etihad and we're going to go on a run. I do not trust Arsenal in any game because when that attacking switch goes, we can beat anybody because our defences, because we can shut the shop up and keep 3 or 4 clean sheets in a row. When that attacking switch goes and the balance connects together, it's a joy to watch. It looks there's a 97, 98 Arsenal. There's a little bit of it, Yeah. But when we don't let that switch go and we don't let these players play with freedom, express themselves, fast flowing, passing, everything, it's unrecognisable. I look at my team and I think, who I've nearly supported for 35 years, I do not recognise Arsenal. And Sunday was a disgrace. Yeah. For years, I've never, when I was younger, you used to shout at telly and that, you know what I mean? That stops when you get older. When Kepa had that ball at his feet, I was like, kick the fucking ball. And I've not done that for years because I was frustrated thinking, what are we doing? We're in a final. This should be the first stepping stone of something what could be potentially special for Arsenal. Get that monkey off the back, win that first trophy, breathe the confidence into these players. Some of these players have never even reached a final to the Carabao Cup until they played at the Carabao Cup final. And it's like, people, it don't matter. It matters. That trophy, to me, was the biggest game of the season because it's the first stepping stone to give confidence into these players, to make them think, we're not turning up no more and we're going to be called bottlers. We're winners. And it's start of something special. Now, the thing is, though, DJB, now panel and chat, we don't know what these players are going to react like. These players, we've seen a lot of weak mentality in these players in season. They've been
away on international journey. They've been together to sort things out.
They might struggle, DJ. They might slip up against Bournemouth. And if Newcastle come to the Emirates, which their form has been bad this season, and maybe Eddie Howe is going to lose his job in summer, but I'll tell you something, when Newcastle are on it and the balance is right and that switch goes, they can match anybody. They flew out the blocks at St. James's Park against Barcelona. So they will not fear Arsenal. No chance.
Crazy.
So I'm not confident. I'm not confident at all. Because Arteta, I just can't. Even Wanyeri, I mean, going back, he should be in this Arsenal team. 9 goals. I cannot understand.
That's crazy.
Breakthrough season, 9 goals, EFL, Champions League, and Premier League, and you're telling me he does not deserve to be in this team? Yeah. He scored 2 goals for Marseille. He scored 1 this season. 12 goals for Arsenal from last season to this season for Arsenal and Marseille. I mean,
I know you can't write it, can you?
It bugs me. It really does.
Yeah. JB, look at what I got right here.
What we got?
This is the pass map from Sunday's game. Just look at that.
Pass map from Sunday's game. Look at that. This is a cup final you're looking at, people.
Yeah, a cup final for a trophy. Right there. That's the pass map.
Chat, this is a cup final.
Look,
This is what
lesson.
we've been trusting the process. 6 years. This is what the process and £1 billion bought you. Look at this stuff.
Top dollar. The top 1 billion. That's $1 billion pass.
Look at this. That's the pass map.
Jesus played in the 10, by the way. I just want y'all to remind y'all of that.
Declan Rice right back. I mean,
Rich Declan. Hey, JB, I told Lee the other night, me and Lee was chatting the other night. I said, JB said at the beginning of the season that Declan Rice would be at right back before the year out. Well, there it is. You saw it again.
See, and keeping that up, right, Matty? I think someone said, question. Big up Joseph Connor, right? Question to the panel. What is your opinion on Gorkarez? That pass map tells you everything you need to know, my friend.
Yeah.
What striker? You could have Donald Duck playing up front. It makes no difference.
What did we see last night? No, every team we watched last night.
Listen.
The ball was in the
Every. Honestly, watching last night, sitting down and watching them shooting the breeze
this.
last night and watching these games, it's like two different worlds. It's like two different worlds. Watching Arsenal and watching the Premier League in general, it's like two different worlds. Because, as I say, Gyökeres, a guy who's famed for scoring so many amount of goals for his previous club, comes here and he's just looking like a second-rate striker. Looking like a second-rate striker. Can't get service. No service. The only time we saw creativity was when the chaos came on the pitch. The galloping horse came on the pitch, right? Hits the post and has a header straight at the keeper. That's the only time.
You know,
apart from the first 5 minutes when Kai Havertz, the donkey, should have put that ball past the keeper.
You know what it was like. No, it's like watching. Do you guys ever remember that old TV show Tales from the Dark Side?
Yeah,
it come on one way and then it flip. Everything just flip upside down.
Yeah,
that's how it is watching. It's like watching it's like an episode of Hitchhiker. This is like watching this team. You remember what Hitchhiker, don't you, JB? You know, Alfred Hitchcock, all that stuff. This is like
This is 6 years of trusting the process. Yeah. 6 years of trusting the process and £1 billion in a cup final.
And people call Kai Havertz on Twitter unreal footballer. I mean,
trying to put me in the same thing as Dennis Bergkamp.
Yeah, don't.
Best team ever.
He would get up to 5 people around him.
Ever. Oh, notice the word what they use. Best team ever.
Invincibles 97-98 would wipe the floor with this team over 10 games at least 7 times.
Rich, you can get the 017. 017.
Yeah, I was going to go to that.
Yeah.
The kids. Remember we all saw a rebuild. We seen a proper rebuild. That team would destroy this team without even looking at the man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Absolutely.
Big up.
That's the thing with this current team. If Arsenal's not on it defensively, and we ain't got that attacking flick switch, what's been flicked, we look diabolical at times. And I can't believe I'm saying, but we do. We actually do. If we have that game where we've got a lack of concentration, like against Wolves, home and away, and Crystal Palace, and then we're not giving anything going forward, bringing that intensity and that urgency. If you turn telly on, you would look at Arsenal and think they're probably about 15th in Premier League if they're doing that kind of game style on that day. It is embarrassing sometimes, and I just think, how are we top? I mean, like Sunday, we got a total footballing lesson by Man City. They were faster than us. They were strong in the slide tackles. They were winning the duels, and just going on that Kai Havertz, it frustrated me because when people tell me he's a top player / top striker or whatever he is, Arteta's fanboy, whatever. If that's a top player and a top striker, in that moment when I've played for a striker when I was a young lad, if you let that ball run across you, you know for a fact that goalkeeper's meeting you at your feet within seconds. Only solution you've got is you lift that ball over that keeper's head. Because if you're letting that ball run across your body, that keeper, all has to do is just come at you. It's going to hit his chest, his face, his head, his arms. So if you're a natural, well, I would say even a decent striker or a decent player, your natural instinct is, I have to lift that ball over that goalkeeper. It's the only solution. Do you know what I mean? Because the keeper's going to be right at his feet, like Jesus did against Crystal Palace last year. I mean,
it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, look, the chat has been. I mean, look, I've heard this rumor. I touched on this. How long ago did I touch on this? I touched on it quite some time ago now. I can't really remember. But I said it wouldn't surprise me if Arteta did leave this football club, Cesc Fabregas would be the next manager. He's the sort of manager that these owners would go for.
Kroenke's one day, GB. He's a new boy. He'll do exactly what you know what I mean. He's a yes man for him.
He'll be a good
I don't want it. I don't want it.
You know the difference. You know the difference is. You know the difference. I would say you know the difference between the two. The difference in the two is
Fabregas has got better.
Well, Matty watches a lot of Como and everyone else, right? So we'll have a little look. But this is it, chat, right? This according to TalkSport, and there's been other rumours. Kenny, by the way, if Kenny, if you're having to watch this, I do apologise, mate.
He's brought the computer now. He's brought the computer now.
Don't come for me, Kenny, please. I don't want to upset Kenny Ken, but
I just don't want it, though, DJB.
To become Arsenal manager as he draws comparisons to the second father. I don't know. Como president Miran Suazo has claimed that Cesc Fabregas is capable of managing Arsenal one day, but he must first find his successor. So basically, he ain't going nowhere until he finds his successor, basically.
I just don't want him at Arsenal. I just don't.
Gunners midfielder, he's thriving. He's thriving on the touchline in Serie A, with his side fourth in the table after a 2-1 win over Roma. The 38-year-old is currently in his first job as senior manager. Well, at least he would have managed elsewhere.
That's what I'm saying. It's cutting his cloth. It's cutting his cloth. But it's just that thing of an ex-player. I wanted to sort of move away from that. What I want now, I don't want us to be another project. I'm not saying that.
Oh, this will be a project, no.
It's another project, and that's the problem. And so, and again, it's whether the fans are gonna, because how can they lose their beloved Arteta? How can they lose their beloved? You know what I mean?
If he was to come, he wouldn't have it 6 months. They'd roll his ass out of here so quick. Now, I'm here to tell you now, if he come, he wouldn't get the time Arteta's got.
No, he won't.
He wouldn't have the time that Arteta.
And that's no. To tarnishes. You know what I mean? I'd rather go and get somebody in like an Enrique, somebody that is a winner.
Yeah, I'd have Diego Simeone tomorrow. I really would. He would get these attacking players purring, and he would still keep this defense compact and tight.
Because where this notion is that he's a pragmatic manager, and we've seen Atletico play. Look what they did with.
Absolutely.
I know it's Tottenham, but mate, they play some good football.
I'm gonna call. He even looks a bit like Arteta, doesn't he?
No. He's in a different class than Arteta. No.
He's a better manager than Arteta.
Yeah, like he's a way better manager than Arteta.
Just when you listen to him break down the game, like when you listen to him break down the game and that.
You watched Como last night. You watched him last night.
I know. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm trying to say, you see what he can do. Not only does he,
Yeah, Nico Paz in it. Real Madrid, they're going to call for him probably back because he's been brilliant this season for him, for Como. That Nico Paz? I think it is. Plays for Real Madrid. He's on.
He got Baturina from Dinamo Zagreb. He scored at the weekend. I mean, that's what you do. You get played when you see players, and you see young players, because it's one thing to get an established player, but when you got young players and you have to develop young players and get them to the heights. That's when you know you got a manager.
It's same with Keith Andrews at Brentford. He's an ex-set piece coach. He's gone to Brentford with no Norgard, the ex-captain, and Bemo, and Wissa, who scored 38 goals between them last season. He's got Kevin Schade, Kutara, I think it is, and Thiago just taking the piss in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? With the goal, it's
I mean, Thiago.
Imagine what he would do with 200 million in a window. Do you know what I mean? When people say about this manager, he's all this and all that. For a start, it won't last 2 minutes in other clubs, especially in European clubs. No chance in Italy, etc., and Spain. And I just, well,
the only thing I would say about Cesc Fabregas is Max Dowman, Ethan Nwaneri, Lewis Skelly.
They started.
Would probably ball out under this manager, under Cesc.
Yes, definitely.
I do you one more.
I don't know, Matty. What are you saying on it?
I raised you one.
So part of me goes, I don't want another former player as the manager.
Same, Mike.
The second part is, if it happens, he'd have a standard. He knows what the standard is.
Yeah, absolutely.
He knows what the standard is. That's the one difference. I know for a fact that he knows what the standard is.
He gets it more than Arteta.
Yeah.
And not getting to win that title when he's in squad, he'll be hungry to win it.
He'd want to win the title because he didn't get one when he was playing. It'd drive him crazy not to win one. Yeah, whereas with this one, it's just.
I mean, when you sit down, listen. I think he would be an absolute great coach in the future for us. Yeah, and just to think how I've longed for an attacking coach to just come in and get these attacking players playing attacking football, because under Arteta he can't coach an attack. He might be good with the defense, the midfield for me with Zubimendi in there. I mean, just the way he's got them positioned. Zubimendi should be playing further up the field and leave Deckers in the six. Yeah, but I think and a proper attacking guy would get the best out of this current proper squad that we've got here. I'm telling you now. Yeah. But under this system where it's just pragmatic, robotic, system-based football, especially the attack is absolutely suffering. And as you rightly said, Richie, how on earth are we sitting top of the league with an attack like that?
We're gonna be on Unsolved Mysteries. Remember that show, Unsolved Mysteries? We're gonna be on that.
Yeah. It's like what you just said. Even if which we all don't want, Arteta is going to be here next season. But if he's going to be here, I'm hoping Andre Berta and Maurizio Micheli, who they fetched from Napoli, like head of recruitment and everybody, they start looking at it and think, right, something's got to change. That switch has got to happen, and we need an attacking coach. We've even got 2 goalkeeping coaches, for God's sake.
Exactly.
Inaki Kanya, and obviously I think it's Mason, I think it is, an older version. And obviously you've got Molina, you've got Nicholas Jova, you've got Albert Steinberg, which Gabriel Heinze, which I think he has a good impact on Arsenal. He's got that grit about him and, rattles the players up on touchline and that. But we should be bringing an attacking coach in. If Arteta's going to be staying there, bring an attacking coach in. We've got everybody else what are coaching in those certain areas, but yet we ain't got an attacking coach. I mean, I think to myself when I think, Kavica Kvaratskhelia, I would love him on the left wing. He reminds me of David Ginola and Robert Perez.
Not under this manager.
David Ginola. That's what I'm saying, DJB. Funnily enough, Ginola played for obviously PSG when he was younger, but I look and I think Julian Alvarez, Kvaratskhelia, do you know what I mean? And I just think it doesn't matter who comes into this team in the attacking prowess, we won't see it come to fruition while Arteta's manager.
Yeah, the problem is because he's surrounded himself with defensive-minded coaches.
That's it, Norms. He wants the players like the 10s, left wingers, right wingers.
We just ain't got the balance right. So what in his head, what he thinks is attacking,
can't lose.
Is don't lose.
That's the thing. He wants like the left winger, the right winger, the number 10 to be 70 to 80% defensive in the work, when it should be, yes, a left winger and a right winger wingers have to help back. That's always been in years gone by, you know what I mean? But it should be 80% or 70% attack from your wingers, and the number 10 is the one what purrs, picks the ball up, brings that creative spark. We don't see that at Arsenal. You could put Dennis Bergkamp in this team now, and he would be having to chase ball back in centre-back position and covering for Gabriel and Saliba at times, because he wants everyone to be a defensive engine, and it is not working. And we have been lucky this season. And looking at it now, I just keep thinking everybody now, we should be ecstatic, thinking 9 points clear, we're near enough home and dry. But I'm not even confident in the next game against Bournemouth.
No.
This is the
well
problem,
said.
isn't it? This is the problem. And as I said, you've got players now that are kind of lacking in confidence. You've got players now that are injured. You've got players now that are tired. I mean, as I said, I watched Rice live at Wembley, and I said, there's one place where it's going to show up how tired you are, and that's Wembley, because it's unforgiving. It's unforgiving. You know, cup final, it drains you the whole day, drains you. And if you're not on it, it will show. And Rice really didn't look on it at all. He looked like he was treading water.
No.
Looked like he was treading water, and he's going to, you
Absolutely.
know. And this is another thing, guys, that I want to put to you as well. We've got the World Cup coming up. How do you think that's going to play in the psyche of a lot of these players? I mean, we're talking about Odegaard coming back. If Odegaard comes back, right, he's not going to be thinking. He's already fallen out with this manager, really, isn't he? He's not really going to be putting it in for this football club. He's going to be thinking Norway, isn't he? Surely.
Hey, JB, let me hammer this home. Because I was talking with Lee the other night, and he had a whoa moment. He hadn't thought about this. Nobody hadn't thought about this. I said, brothers, all of our players are going to the World Cup. Most of our players are playing in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Most of these players are coming back. I heard someone today say, well, let's give some of the players need about 5 weeks off when they get back. You tell me the bench, our bench is going to start the first 5 to 10 games of the season? This is why when I said players need to be moved on, they need to be moved swiftly, moved on.
Gone. Yeah. 100%.
Swiftly. We don't need any waiting until August, September, just deadline day deals. We need
put in the window in May.
Yeah.
20th of May, put them in the window. Put them in the shop window.
When the season ends, the next day, there's a garage sale at the Emirates. Everybody come in, pick and pull. Hey, pick and pull. Pick and pull.
Yeah, 2 for 1.
Hey, what you want? What you want for this?
When we sell players, I'm hoping Andre Berta changes this, because we have got to even reach our first 50 million sale. Like when you think Balogun and Oxlade-Chamberlain is the most expensive sale, let's say 35, 40 million to Liverpool, obviously Monaco. And then Wolverhampton Wanderers in January sell Strong Larson to Crystal Palace for 43 million plus 5 million add-ons, and we're the Arsenal. Well, we're not the Arsenal at the moment, because to me that's the old Arsenal. Arsenal Football Club have never even got 50 million. And I'll tell you what's going to happen. We're going to keep probably Trossard or Martinelli, and then we're going to decide to sell him maybe next January or summer. That 20 million's probably, well, let's say we could get 30 million for Trossard now, and we'll probably end up getting 15 million when we sell him. We'll keep Kai Havertz and Odegaard. They'll be shit again next season, and then we'll probably sell them at let's say start January next summer. We'll get nothing from him.
Rich, remember we got Fabio Vieira. We paid all that money.
Exactly.
And then with 11 million, I think it was what did Lee tell me the other night? It was like 12 million or something like that. We let him go for.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean, Matty. Like I hope Andre Berta is going to change that, because I will say Andre Berta, which this month I think is his 1 year anniversary since he's been in charge of Arsenal. Well, sporting director, sorry. I'm hoping he's going to start, because they keep saying he's a ruthless character, he's abrupt, and I'm hoping he's going to realise, right, we have to start the assets, what we've got. We know are Timber, Raya, Gabriel, Saliba, Declan Rice, Saka, even that's the thing and all. Saka, at start of season, you're talking, let's say, 110 million, maybe.
He's on 2 years, by the way, Rich. Not to cut you off.
70 million now for Saka.
Not to cut you off, Rich, but Havertz will be on 2 years next year. Meaning you got to figure out what you're going to do. He's got to go.
And that's the thing, Matt. He's cost Arsenal 137 to 100. I'm not the best at maths, but he would have cost Arsenal 137 to 138 million with his contract, his wages, and we'll probably keep him again. And obviously, we paid 65 million for him. Right now, we would get 40 million probably from Saudi clubs and 35 from European teams. We've got to start selling players, because it is a bit embarrassing, to be honest. It's not acceptable when we let him go.
That's Berta's next big thing to do. That's definitely when he's going to really start earning his money. Big up to you, Sir 9860. Thank you very much, my friend. Big up to you. I've asked the question for a while now. Are we a great defensive team because we have standout defenders or because our entire team falls back to defend? It's sad that at times our biggest threat to score is a defender. That's a great question. Big up to you. I mean, guys, what are we saying about this? Are we a great defensive team, or is it because we have standout defenders, or is it because the entire team falls back?
Defenders. That is a really good question.
I think it's a combination of the two.
Big up to you, my friend.
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of both, to be honest with you, because most of the team defends, but I think Saliba and Magalhaes and Timber are genuinely good
defenders.
Defenders.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you got that, I think a lot of our success this year, you know, and we all look at the table and go, how are we here? I think really, man, is you know, combine that with Raya this year. I think
Raya he's been good.
Raya saved us in a lot of games.
Yeah, he especially the last
35 appearance, 59 clean sheets. That's decent. That 30-year-old in his prime is decent.
Yeah. I mean, so when you look at that, you go, okay, well, I see, you know what where you are, but at some point, you're gonna need attacking. You're gonna have to start scoring because see, when you look at Sunday's game, we were down. This is one of the few times this year where we've been down multiple goals in a game, needing something, and we can't get it.
No.
And people say, "Well, let's flip the switch on." We hadn't done it all year. We have yet to come from about 2-0 down. I was trying to ask Ken the other day. I said, "Well, is there been a time this year we've been down 2-0 and came back and won 3-2 or anything like that?" Because I can't remember. I don't think it's happened this year. And that is going to be a problem that we will have to face again in the league at some point. And when we in the Champions, we definitely going to see it in the Champions League, and you're going to see it at some point in the FA Cup as well. If we end up drawing one of the big ones, our attacking, we got to find some way to get some attacking going. And this is down to the manager. You're not playing to the strength of the striker. Saka's out of form. We know Martinelli's, you know, dibbly dobbly. He's in and out. Trossard dibbly dobbly in and out. And Matt Wakey, you don't know what you're getting from Matt Wakey.
Well, you get a sort of 5-minute cameo, and that's it. That's it.
Eze's done for the year. Eze's done for the year, by the way. I just want people to get that. Yeah, he's done. Eze's not coming back this year. Eze,
second worth. Yeah. See, the thing is, people say, look, and I know what people are saying. Oh, come on, you know, it's an overreaction. We lost the cup final. It's a one-off. I highlighted earlier that cup final reminded me of the PSG semi-final, and it reminded me of so many other cup competitions this manager's failed in. It's a one-off when you look at it because it's fresh. But if you look back at the history of the football club under this manager, it's not a one-off. It's a pattern. It's a pattern. Because he's not been able to get us over the line. He's not been able to have that key ingredient in a big game, in a big match, to change things. He's not been able to do it. Semi-final Newcastle last season, couldn't do it. Yeah, Sporting Lisbon. We can go on and on and on and on. PSG semi-final, Bayern Munich, you know, Champions League. He's not been able to do it. And I can see where people are saying, "Oh, come on, it's an overreaction. It's a one-off." It's not a one-off. It's not a one-off. And the problem is what's worrying. The problem is what's worrying, guys, is when the pressure is on. He hasn't really been under pressure. This was his first real big test. Whenever there is pressure, when the pressure is ramped up on this football manager and certain players, not just the manager, and certain players,
it happens
we are found wanting. Gabriel has been outstanding. He's probably been my player of the season. But watch how he plays when he's under pressure in a big game. Saliba's got the cool head in big games. Gabriel's got he's got the bozo moment.
This is
what's worrying.
This is what we've seen the last few years. And this is when we come into the season. The question was, have this manager learned from his
good night, Binks
questions? Cheers, brother.
Big up.
And it all comes from the manager, who's Arsenal's manager, because he's not even got a cap for Spain. He's not won much in his career. He's never been a manager before. So how the hell can these Arsenal players, especially these young uns, what's reaching the first final and never won a trophy in their career, how can they get influenced by the person what's meant to influence them? Do you know what I mean? Like when these Man City players look at like O'Reilly, etc., looking at Pep and thinking, wow, I bet they talk to him. What's it like winning that as a player? What's it like winning that as a manager? Arteta on that touchline is the one what should be influencing these players, and these should be feeling the vibe and thinking, we know what our gaffer did when he were in them crunch times, you know what I mean, in his career, or when he was a manager. There's nothing there, GJB. It's just like and I don't like using this, but it's like the blind leading the blind. We all tend to, like you said, getting these players up for massive games. All he can say is words. He can't say, remember this time when we got over the line. Remember when I was a manager and I told you we won this. He cannot say anything to influence these players. All he can say is words. Whereas Pep, he's got Rodri, he's got Foden, he's got Johnny Stones, he's got Diaz, he's got...
Look how Rodri.
They've all won trophies, and he's won trophies as a manager as well. It's like an amazing cocktail coming together with Man City. And on Sunday, they thought, in that second half, we've had enough of this. Arsenal's wasting time. Kepa keep it ball for, I think, 38 or 42 seconds long. Now we're just going to go up a gear because we know how to. Our managers told us at half-time what we need to do. We've been in multiple finals, and now it's time to teach you a footballing lesson. And we got absolutely owned on Sunday in every single way.
Does anybody on this panel think that he brings us back against Hull City in the FA Cup the year we came back?
No, Matty. No.
I mean,
no.
That's the standard. It's no way Arteta could. Hell, he was on the pitch having trouble that year. And then the next time he was hurt, that's why I told you he had the blue jeans on, running, grabbing the trophy like he done something. Everybody looking at him like he crazy. Like, man, what you doing, man? You ain't done nothing. Arteta was mediocre when we signed him. It was a panic day buy. I keep telling people that. I'll never forget watching Sky Sports that day. And I saw him pull up in there. I think it was a BMW he pulled up. And I said, I cannot believe we just signed Mikel Arteta to Arsenal Football Club. This is how far we've fallen.
Yeah.
We that destitute that we signed Mikel Arteta.
It was that year and all, Matt. I think we got Mertesacker, Andre Santos, Mikel Arteta, the Korean guy, Park, I think, or someone like that.
Yeah, but he had military duty. And he had military duty. And we had to try to negotiate him out of that. And then we signed the Brazilian fella that never could get a work visa.
Andre Santos, I think it was. Yeah, left back.
Not him, it was the other one. Somebody in the chat knew who I'm talking about. We signed him, but we also signed a Brazilian that summer that could never get a work pass. Never played.
Wellington. Was it Wellington?
Yeah, that's it. Wellington Silva. That's it. Wellington Silva. Wellington Silva.
We know. Yeah.
Never could get a work.
Seen his Wellingtons. Never.
And then that same summer, I think it was that summer that what's my man that played for Chelsea that scored all them goals? I got his face. That went to Madrid. I got his face in my head, but I can't call his name now. The chatter know. Eden Hazard. 15 million. He went for. 15 million.
Yeah.
I know.
We have Benayoun came in. That's the only reason we qualified for Champions League that year, because Benayoun went on that.
Benayoun did okay for us. Yeah. It was a good footballer for Liverpool, for Chelsea. Yep. And I tell you something, Arsenal started crumbling when it comes to finding these talents. When the legend, globally worldwide, Mr. Arsenal brought his first shares in 1983, 16.6, and obviously when Peter Elwood there, etc., he was no longer with us. Mr. David Dein. Arteta would have never been at this club if David Dein had been around, because he would have found a gem globally around that world. And people might have said, who's this? Who David Dein's bringing in? But I guarantee you now, he would have done his due diligence. He's done his own work. He would have scouted the best for us. This club in 2007, April, obviously, 2007, April the 18th, just literally said, see ya. And I still can't believe he ain't got a statue along with George Graham as well. I mean, I hate that with David Dein. He is Mr. Arsenal. He was the one who invented the Premier League, along with, obviously, I think 4 other people as well. I think it was someone from Everton, Liverpool, and Tottenham. And then Greg Dyke, I think it was the ex-FA chairman or something like that. But David Dein, obviously, we know we met Wenger in '89 in cocktail lounge when he was talking to Barbara Dean, obviously David Dean's wife. And I just look and I just think David Dean was awesome. I mean, you guys obviously but was DJB in the panel, was David Dean that special to Arsenal? Because to me, I think he should have a statue and he should be served for the English game.
Yeah, I mean, look, with David Dean, I don't think we ever recovered when he walked out. People say, but David Dean was the main sort of man. I mean, he brought Wenger to the team, didn't he? I mean,
he did, yeah.
He was a massive asset to Arsenal Football Club, and I don't think we've ever really recovered since the moment he left, to be honest.
Even in '89, DJB, I think when they're in cocktail lounge, and obviously when Wenger was passing in '89, and he was the manager of Monaco at the time, and he ended up watching Arsenal v Tottenham, and obviously Wenger was talking to his wife Barbara Dean. David Dean said it at that time. He just went, "Arsene's Arsenal," and he straight away. But obviously we had George Graham, and he didn't leave till 1994, and then obviously when he went to Grampus.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, the thing is with Arsenal traditionally, they don't get rid of managers. If you look at the history of Arsenal, we don't really notoriously sack football managers. You know, it's not in our DNA. We've always stuck by the manager to give them a chance. And I've always said this, look, at the end of the day, I believe that there's a shelf life for all managers. And I think gone are the days now where managers are at a club for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. I think them days are done now. Like the captain on the football pitch, they're not really captains. They just flick a coin. Basically. There's not real leaders now. There's not any, you're gone are the days of your Roy Keanes, your Tony Adamses, John Terrys and all of that. They're people of the past now. You don't get captains like that anymore.
No.
I just think that the manager has 6-7 years is probably about it. And the reasons of why I say that is because they get stale, they get stuck in their way, they play the same system, the players get fed up of playing the same system. Yeah, they might rock up and win something, or win a trophy, but there comes a point when you need to keep it fresh, especially the way football is now, with money being pumped into it.
Definitely.
Players coming, players going. You need to keep it fresh. You need to keep fresh ideas. You need to keep the players busy, because players nowadays, they're like
what it is.
Yeah, they're not like, you can't tell a player now, "Oi, you, blah, 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 blah." You got to put there. They want a little bit of TLC and all that.
Over social media and that, innit?
It's changed. Yeah. So listen, I mean, this is what I'm saying, guys. If he does win the Premier League, he's probably going to get another 2 or 3 years.
He is. He is.
And then you're talking 10 years at a football club. Playing. Matty showed us the map, the passing map, and we've seen he's got them all, Matty. We've seen loads of passing maps and heat maps that Matty's had over the seasons, and it hasn't really changed. How we played in that cup final, on the whole, is pretty much how we've been playing in the attacking third.
U-shaped football.
Now, I'm telling you now, right? And Arteta's done some good things. I'm not saying that he's been all doom and gloom and it's all been bad. But for me as a fan that goes and watches or whatever, for me as an Arsenal fan and everyone else as an Arsenal fan, I personally don't think I can put up with that style of football for another 3 years.
No,
that's nothing personal against Arteta. That's just me talking on a football front.
JB, I can't take another 3 hours of it.
No, exactly.
I've power napped more times watching Arsenal this season. I'm just gone. I would never do that in the 97, 98 Invincibles. I mean, we used to be. I think in 97, 98 we took the lead in. We got a comfortable margin 8 times that season in 97, 98. Now people say, What's that got to do with it? that allows you then to start resting players, thinking we're playing Monday night, we've got a cup final Sunday. Take Declan Rice off, take Gabriel off, take Saliba.
He kept Declan Rice on for 95 minutes when we are cruising in the North London derby against Spurs.
Exactly. Even against Leeds DJB away when we were 4-0 up, Declan Rice was still on that pitch.
Saka's coming on against Bolton, Preston.
Oh, that's the worst one, Matty.
Shouldn't even be on the coach.
What's going through his head? I mean, if you could get into Arteta's head, what is actually going on in his head? Why he does these and makes these ridiculous moves or leaving players on for longer than necessary when you're comfortable in the game, knowing full well that these guys are running in the red, but yet you still continue to play them. Why is he doing it? I mean,
I think
probably
he thinks
know the
he's untouchable, Norms. I think he thinks he's untouchable. I honestly do. I think apparently I heard something the other day. He's got a direct line straight away to Josh Kroenke, and he's the only one out the Arsenal hierarchy. Like Richard Garlick hasn't got as much contact with him. Andre Berta's not as close to Josh Kroenke. Now, that's where I see it. I think he thinks he's untouchable. He's gone from, I can't remember what his first wages were, maybe 4.5, 5 million to 15.6. I think that he thinks he can't do anything wrong with Arsenal Football Club. And knowing that he in his head thinks I'm going to probably win the Premier League, I think he just thinks I can do what I want. I can keep Declan Rice on when we're 4-0 up against Leeds at Ellen Road. I can play Zubamendi and Declan Rice at home against the Wolverhampton Wanderers, what at the time hadn't won a game all season. Obviously, Rob Edwards is against Aston Villa, they won, drawn towards beat Liverpool. But at the time, that were perfect for Norgard just to sit there, protect everything, and let Eze, and even Wanyeri just playing like everything he does, he feels like no one's going to question me, nobody. And he's a stubborn, smug prick to me. And I don't like him. And I can't believe I'm saying he's our manager, what could take us to our first title in 22 years. But if someone turned around to me and told me Arteta's been sacked tonight and Gabriel Lyons is taking over for the rest of the season, I'd be like, what if players don't perform for him? But also, I won't be like thinking I'm mad because Arteta's gone. And we shouldn't be like that, but we are. And I am.
They think, see what people think. People think that, we'll all be glad we won the league this year. But the reality of the situation is that even when you win a league, you want to still be somewhat competitively consistent. You want to, we've seen dynasties. All four of us on this panel have seen a dynasty. We've seen a team that has won consistently over and over and over. Now, Wenger never repeated this as a manager, but he also won. In years he didn't win the league, he was winning everything else. He was winning mostly what he could win, outside of a Champions League. This manager, he wins. There's no guarantee you'll see anything for the next 5, 6, 7 years. Because we could just base that off of what we've seen the last 5, 6, 7 years. This is almost 10 years here. We have 10 years of work to go on almost just with this manager. And his record shows he's not competitively competitive.
No.
He plays remedial football. I keep telling people that's what I'm gonna start calling it, remedial football.
Yeah.
This is what worries me, mate. Because if someone said to me, we're going to have a manager at Arsenal and you're going to win one Premier League in 10 years and an FA Cup, you'd be going, what manager are you thinking of bringing to my football club? You having a laugh?
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. There is no evidence that because now we're hearing, isn't it? Oh, if he gets over the line in the Premier League, he'll go on and dominate. We won't have the team to dominate. We haven't got the players. I don't know where people are thinking we've got this quality team.
Put them glasses back on, JB. Put them Hulk glasses back on. That's what
Zuba, honestly. Where have we got the team? We've got to spend another £1 billion.
Now you're seeing something different now.
He's down the road.
Everything's okay. Everything's okay now.
Classes. But what I'm saying is, for a team to dominate for the next 2 or 3 years, you've got to have quality in every single position, and we haven't got it. We're on another rebuild at the end of the season.
when I look at Bayern Munich, I'm looking over there.
3-2.
When I'm looking at Bayern Munich, I see a team that's going to be around challenging for at least 3 or 4 years. With Kane, even if Kane not the team, they'll still be there. I'm looking at Barcelona. They just getting started. I look over at Real Madrid. They're a couple of pieces away. I look at AC. You see anybody watching AC Milan this year? AC Milan is on a rejuvenation.
Max Allegri transformed them
after raising hell last season, running hierarchy out. Look what they're doing this year. You look over
Max
there.
Allegri,
You look at somebody. Bodo Glimt.
Yeah.
All right. The Bodo Glimt took the sword. Took all these teams to the sword. That wasn't no flash in the pan. Me and Norski watched Sporting Lisbon last night, so we know what's coming over there. We watched that. We watched them last night, and then you look at
Humberland. The captain's out against us. I think into Sporting Lisbon. Is it Humberland? I think is captain. I think he's out against us.
You got a PSG. PSG is picking right up where they left off. They peaking again. Here they go, turning the corner again.
But Matty, sorry to interrupt you. You're making a good point because you're listing all the teams around Europe. Because the next mission for this football club, if we win the Premier League,
is to win.
People ain't gonna like this. But the next mission for this football club, and the owners will enforce it. We've done the Premier League. We've done the Premier League before. We've done the Premier League again. That's done. That's done. Your main focus now is the Champions League.
Yep.
Now we've not only got to compete with the teams in the Premier League, we have got to then compete with a re-emerging PSG, a re-emerging Bayern Munich, a re-emerging Barcelona, a re-emerging Milan. All these, because that is the next focus. Because if this team doesn't win the Champions League this season, it's got to be the main focus next year.
Season,
it has to be.
Absolutely.
You cannot have Arsenal Football Club not winning the European Cup when you're spending billions and billions of pounds on it.
Billions.
Billions.
Yeah, billions.
But it makes you think this club's going to be like, oh, we've won Premier League. We can sit back now. We're not signing that player. We'll give Arteta a new contract. And just going on that, like what teams are doing. Hansi Flick in 2 seasons has won 4 trophies for Barcelona already. And if he wins the La Liga this season, it's going to be 5. And when he took over a young squad with loads of injuries. The Cabrasi, the centre-back, got injured straight away for a lengthy time. Normal injuries to Frankie de Jong, who always gets injured, Baldi, Lewandowski. And do you know what I mean? And he won a treble and nearly was close to winning the Champions League. Yeah. And then people say, well, what manager would you have? Who could replace Arteta? I mean, Simeone, Inzaghi, Ancelotti, Flick, Enrique, Zidane, I mean, even Spalletti, who went to Napoli and won the league for Napoli for the first time, I think, in 31 years, where obviously you had Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen up front. But Conte's just gone to Napoli last season and won league straight away for Napoli with Billy Gilmore, Philip Billing, who used to play for Bournemouth, Scott McTominay, who's been brilliant, and Lukaku up front. And his first season, walked in, wins league. Yeah, but what did he do at Tottenham? That's all you're going to get. They'll find any little piece, these obsessed Arteta fans, to swing it back into their favour. Yeah. And most of the time, it's bullshit what they talk.
But Rich, Spurs win the European trophy last year with Bozo the Clown running the joint.
Exactly.
I mean, this
with a man what don't believe in set pieces.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It was attack all day with him. Just go for it. Just go for it.
This is the
I
question
fear for Arsenal Football Club if we don't win a Premier League or Champions League this season, because an FA Cup will not cut it. Arsenal will be absolutely hammered in that press, newspapers, radio stations, social medias.
You know, I was over here in the States. I was listening to Satellite Radio the other day, and was riding, and one of the commentators said it would be a disgrace. Well, in theory, he said it should be a disgrace that we didn't win two domestic trophies this year, because we were in the very last one of them. Yeah, they said that's in itself a sackable offense, because we literally in every one of them. This manager,
it's true. Yeah,
you have to start judging this manager based off of his record, his body of work. And when you look at 22 cup and league competition, he's lost.
Exactly.
Absolutely, man. Yeah,
exactly.
Can you imagine take that CV into say Barcelona or they'd be like,
Exactly.
what are you doing this?
Norsky, yeah. You take that CV to Real Madrid or Barcelona and try and convince them fans that.
Hey guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Baby, Rich, y'all talking about taking that to Barcelona. If you take that down there to one of the Colombian teams, Millonarios, you go down there, the strongest.
You ain't coming out alive, man.
Colo, you gonna take
No
it down there
chance.
to the team?
Exactly.
And
Tijuana.
do you know what the thing is? And all what you if you said when you watch Martin, I'll use him because if you looked at Martin Keown when he was a player, no nonsense, rugged, warrior attitude, would throw his face in every single ball. I can't believe how much of a puppet he has become for Arsenal Football Club. Now, he must be told, maybe you're on BT Sport, you're going to be paid very well. Just keep promoting Arsenal and peddle things out. Because I've seen a post earlier on where he's saying we could dominate football for 10 years, but Arteta's doing it. And I shared it, but it's...
No, that's my final question, guys, before we sort of start to wrap it up. But let's get the big up the T-Dot, my man. If Barca give us a big defeat, will this wake up the top Gooners? That cup final Sunday should have woken them up, because that is how we have been performing pretty much nigh on week in, week out. That cup final for me was a massive... Well, it weren't a wake-up call for me. It was no surprise for me, really. I was just disappointed that we didn't go and win the cup and the way we played. But deep down, I when I got home and the dust had settled, I thought to myself, do you know what? It's pretty much what I've been watching. Lackluster attack, no creativity, none whatsoever. Normski.
Yes.
Before we get out of here, my friend, big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure that you are subbing to Rich99. Make sure you sub into Normski. If Normski ain't got over 30 subscribers to get to his 1,000, it's honestly, it's a Carabao Cup nightmare. Come on. Make sure you sub into Southern Gooner as well. Guys, I've tried to get through your comments the best I can, highlight them. Obviously, over 200 in the building. It's been an absolute brilliant mingle. Fantastic mingle. Big up to every single one in the chat. All your comments are respected. Whether you agree with us, whether you disagree with us, it's a football channel. We have views on what we say. Yeah. As I said, you know, we're not ranting and raving and swearing and going bonkers. We're just chatting. We're just chatting football, and it's only our opinions. You don't have to agree with it. All we ask you to do is just respect one another's opinions. That is it, guys. Big up to every single one of you. Normski.
Yes.
Listen, we all loved him when he was wearing the red and white shirt. We idolised him. He brought us some brilliant magic moments at Arsenal when he was playing. Me, for one, I thought he was fantastic for the football club. Mr. Ian Wright.
Right.
Ian Wright. Absolutely. And as a football player and as at Arsenal, legend. But recent years, since he's been a pundit and been on Sky and everything else, and he's been in the main Arsenal hierarchy, promoting this, promoting that, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to say exactly what he said, but in a roundabout way, I don't know what this is what he actually said. I don't know what Arsenal fans are moaning about, crying about. It's only the Carabao Cup. It don't really matter. In a nutshell, that is more or less what he said. I took that personally. I took it as an insult for Arsenal fans, for a guy that's won competitions at Arsenal. I just find that he's lost his way a little bit in his own little bubble, and he's lost my respect. What are you saying about it, bro?
Yeah, I mean, when I heard, I was like, really? You know, a guy, as I said, we all admired, growing up watching him, and you're just thinking, why would you say this now? I think the clutches of Arsenal, Arteta, I don't know what it is. There's something about this manager that seems to grab a hold of these guys' personality and just they just turn into basically top gooners, and they're just there to only protect one person, and that's Mikel Arteta. And that's the smoke screen. Do you know what I mean? So why you would sort of disrespect the fans who wanted to see us, lift a trophy, and especially the Carabao Cup we haven't lifted in 30 odd years, 33 years or so, for you to just dismiss it like that, where thousands of fans have spent their hard-earned cash. Yeah, it's easy for you because you get all the perks. You can just turn up and go and sit in the whatever room and eat to your life's content and whatever. I'm hearing that the amount of money you're spending on drinks and food there is ridiculous. The time that you took to get to the stadium, 3 hours or so, it's ridiculous. And for him to turn around and say, "Oh, it's another cup, don't worry about it, bigger fish to fry," and all of that, and other people have latched onto that, and they've got their own version of bigger fish to fry. Do you know what I mean? Some will say it with smoke screen, you know what I mean? And basically say, look, we're not saying that the cup is not. We didn't think the cup was something bad or anything like that. It's just that now we've got to focus on the Premier League, the Champions League. If we had won that cup, the whole thing would be the quad is still on. Well, the quad is gone now. We're down to 3 cups, right? And as I say, if Ian Wright needs to wake up and look and see the way this team is playing, because honestly, he can't seriously think the way we're playing, we're going to get over the line playing like this. Yeah, I know he will say, well, look, we just need to get it over the line, because he's coping as well. He loves Arsenal. He's a big fan of Arsenal, and he wants us to get over the line. So where we've got to this point where, 7 games to go, we're playing like this. It's no point trying to change and try and go expansive or whatever. If this is the way that we're going to win it, that's the way we're going to win it. But as you rightly said, come next season, we cannot go into next season playing like this. Yeah, but it's very disrespectful of him, just turning around and saying like, the cup doesn't, we shouldn't worry about the cup. It's nothing special. I'm not saying that's the exact words. I'm just paraphrasing and putting my.
He just wanted to throw it. He just wanted to put it under the bed.
Just put it away.
We're going to win the Premier League. Why worry about the Carabao Cup?
I mean, he might come out and defend it by just sort of saying, "I didn't mean it in that way." It's just that.
Yeah.
But that's how we're hearing it. And for us guys that are passionate about Arsenal and are passionate about us winning stuff, you know what I mean? You can't just throw away words like that. It's you know what I mean? Because the fan base, there's going to be a section of the fan base like us that are saying, no, that's disrespectful. Whereas the other section will be actually saying, well, okay, we have got bigger fish to fry. It is a tin pot cup and whatever. But if it is a tin pot cup, what are you doing at the stadium? Why are you there? If it doesn't mean anything to you, why are you there? Why are you there, Ian Wright, commenting on the thingy? Yeah. You're getting the perks of the club and all of that. So you're living life, you know what I mean? But the same with Martin Keown, they've all just turned into, as big up to views, he would say, sporks. Yeah, they've just all turned into they've just gone into the Arteta matrix, and they're plugged in. They're plugged in, and unfortunately they can't seem to unplug themselves. That's just what it is.
No, facts, man, facts. What was you I mean, I was just disappointed because, Ian Wright to me was just unreal. He was just fantastic. I mean, what's your thoughts on it, Matty? I mean, what he come out with and the way he kind of addressed and sort of washed it under the carpet, the Carabao Cup.
You tell me right here what he thought about the cup in that picture.
Yeah.
I mean, did he feel the same way back then? Ian right was wrong the other day.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
In every facet of the game, he was wrong in what he said. He knows it. And at some point, and I'm a huge Ian Wright fan. But at some point, you have to call the facts the facts.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he not won it, how would he have felt? See, I was thinking about that over the last couple of days. It's because sometimes these players I've get mine. I've got mine. So I'm really not worried if you get yours. Whereas if it's me, I want everybody to flourish. I want everybody to get a taste of what it feels like, no matter what. Anytime there's an opportunity to win silverware, you're there.
Facts.
Brother, look, man, I told Rashid, we all men on this panel. Y'all know what it's like when you know. If you know, you know. You want some more. Anytime you get a chance to win, you want to keep winning, baby. It never gets old. Winning never gets old. You remember a couple seasons back when City won all them trophies, man? It was just every time you look, they were just having a field day. It was like it was the first time they ever won a trophy. This is what these players need. This is why when we go back to the beginning of the season, I kept telling people, these youngsters, the Soccers of the world, they need to feel this right here on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
Not just one time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. They need, because that becomes the standard.
Thanks.
I told Rashid the other day when we was chatting. Rashid said, "Well, Matty, what you think's gonna happen next year if we win?" I said, "What's gonna happen next year if we win is the same people that we have had to go up against for the last few years will have a new standard. The standard will be to win."
Man United, Liverpool. Liverpool ain't gonna be in the dark next year.
The standard will be to win, and it doesn't matter what it is. As far as I'm concerned, every trophy is on the same playing field. It needs to be won.
Yep.
You know, we got our fan base. We're going this bigger fish to fry. No. Everything is the same in my eyesight. We need to win it all. You have to develop a winning mentality. You have to do it.
Definitely.
The standard is the standard. Arsenal Football Club has been around for over 100 years. The standard is the standard. It was the standard when Chapman was here. Allison, it's been the standard since the club was founded, was a success. And a club is not around for over 100 years if it's not successful. It's the standard. How is it that Spurs? I'm still seething at the fact that Spurs won a trophy last season with half of the resources spent, half of the time spent, and bumbled into a trophy last year. And here we are sitting in a League Cup final against a 60% Manchester City team, and we can't find our way after we spent $1 billion.
Oh, it's crazy, man.
And people are saying, and people are going around acting as if this is normal.
City are washed.
This is abnormal behavior here. We have to win something this year. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But for him to diminish this League Cup trophy this past weekend was out of order. Sign it. Hold on. I keep it right here. Keep it right here near me when I need it. Right here. Out of service. Out of order for Ian. It's outrageous.
It was crazy.
For him.
Absolutely crazy for an ex-professional Arsenal player to come out with that. And he's playing to the gallery. This is what I'm saying.
The peanut gallery. He's playing to the peanut gallery.
Yeah.
I mean, it is absolutely asinine, ASA 10, ASA 11, for him to come out and say what he said this week when he knows.
Didn't hear Tony Adams saying it, did you?
No.
Didn't hear Tony Adams saying it?
I would have paid cash money. JB, I would have paid cash money for Shane to have met Tony Adams in the next week so that he could ask him about what was said last week. I would love to hear what Tony Adams would have to say about that. There's no way to turn down a trophy. And see, that kind of behavior is why you got people running around talking about fish to fry.
Yeah, I mean, look, we got Nelson in chat. It's not the end of the world losing this cup, for fuck's sake, man. It is when you're an Arsenal fan.
33 years.
This manager spend £1 billion.
33 years
up against Man City, and you've been told that it's the best team in the world, best team in Europe, and we haven't won silverware for 6 years. And you do 6 hours round trip to get to Wembley,
JB,
costing me over £350.
Rich,
Yeah,
no,
it does matter. And when I've got 10-year-old kids crying in
Yeah.
the concourse area after the game because it's the first cup final they've seen, the up-and-coming
Absolutely.
Arsenal fans of tomorrow, the future of this football club, and they're crying their eyeballs out.
Hey, let me tell
It
y'all.
does matter.
The last time we won this League
You're not an
Cup,
Arsenal fan.
the last time we won the League Cup, Pet Shop Boys was in and around the top 10. Madonna was at the top of the charts. Michael Jackson was at the top of the charts. Van Halen. Yeah, all these. This is way back then. Most of the fan base have never seen us win that trophy, and I'm in that number.
I had blonde streaks in me last time we won Premier League. I have no way hardly now.
Yeah.
It's just things like that, isn't it?
I had a hair full of hair and a
Nelson,
face
with
full of hair.
respect,
in
bruv, if you're an
2004.
Arsenal fan, then you should be hurting and then losing that cup final in the manner we did and the performance that you saw and everyone else saw. If you're an Arsenal fan, a real Arsenal fan, that should matter. That should matter.
He said,
Because
"Hey,
I'm telling you now, that's a cup final that Arsenal Football Club are in.
Is he trolling? Is
Have a look at Declan Rice.
Is Nelson trolling? Is he trolling?
Yeah, he's trolling. He know he's trolling. He's talking about you. You want to have a league parade. Yeah, but this fan base, we'd have had one on Monday. They'd had the parade routes lined out. We've been sitting on the Real Talk podcast. Look at that parade. If we'd won that game on Sunday, you know it. I know it. Everybody else in the chat know it.
Yeah.
This is what annoys me, right? It don't matter that we've lost it, but a couple of weeks back, they was all saying that this team
We're gonna win it.
Quadruple.
Yeah,
And if
we're
we'd
gonna
have won it,
Yeah.
won it, they'd all be running around the streets dancing and wearing their Arsenal shirts for work and school and everything else. Now it don't matter because we ain't won it. It does
It's sad,
matter.
man. It is sad. It is sad.
Did you see them Man City? I was there. I saw those Man City fans coming out the ground on trains. Second again, ole, ole, was they were singing. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. I don't get the mentality. And what makes it worse is when pundits that you respect come out and dismiss it, because it gives then all the opportunity for certain fan bases to jump on the bandwagon. Oh, Ian Wright's dismissed it, so that's normal. That's okay then. We can all dismiss it. No problem. Fine. Go and ask Declan Rice how he felt about losing that cup.
Ask
final.
Saliba how he felt.
Go and ask Saliba how he felt. Do you know what I mean? Go and ask the players how they felt. Zuba was eating grass when the second goal went in.
Hey, ask Max Dowman how did he feel?
Yeah.
Terrible.
This is what I'm saying. I can't understand how players like this, Rich. I mean, what? Listen, I know you was a massive Ian Wright fan, same as us all was an Ian Wright fan, and I still respect Ian Wright for what he done for the football club. But on this occasion, what he came out with was wrong. I'm sorry, it was wrong, and it gave every Arsenal fan an excuse to jump on the bandwagon and say it don't matter.
Do you know what? When I've obviously seen Martin Keown since he's been on BT Sport regular and that, I'm like, that's bugged me because, like you said, he was no nonsense, warrior attitude. He'd throw his face in front of that ball for the Arsenal shirt. But I kind of accepted it with Martin Keown. But do you know what, DJB? It hurt me, not in a physical way, but it really bugged me with Ian Wright, because when I was 10-year-old, I met Ian Wright at the old Potter's Bar training ground for Arsenal, where they used to train. And I used to model myself on him when he used to play football. I used to copy his celebrations where he used to just do a mad celebration of up on the floor, or he'd stand there and go to Kevin Campbell, the great late Kevin Campbell. And for him to say that, I'm thinking, people need to start waking up and thinking they might not be paid a tiny bit or a bit of pocket money. These guys have got to be getting paid a decent wage from Arsenal somewhere along the line, and I mean where it's noticeable, where they we will even risk saying that. Do you know what I mean? Because we're going to get a very handsome check from you. Because how can he come out and say that? And he peddles all things for the new merch and stuff and that. So obviously, We know he's in and around club, but when he said it, I'm just thinking, right, he don't say that. Don't say that, because now I can't look at him right like he used to be. I've always, the way he comes on, like when he's presenting things, it's his swagger, it's his style. He's always got to have something different, and that all fell into like the kind of bundle of like, that's who he is. Do you know what I mean? He's a character. I still don't look at him right like he's a 60-year-old, because in my head, I still feel like he's a 40-year-old. But saying this, I'm just thinking, like we've said on panel, people said in chat, it just makes you think this is what Arsenal Football Club have become. And as for winning, when people say this trophy don't mean nothing, so you start your season at elite sport and you want your name on that trophy when it gets to the end of that season. Because I tell you something, and I'm going to, we are big in this, I know, because I'm not a big headed person, but I played football from 7 to 14. I had trials for Norwich City. I was a striker. I scored 79 goals in one season and the top scorer for my team and in the league every season. And I remember when we won finals, one season we won 6 trophies if you count your tournaments, your league, your cups. And I remember, funnily enough, who Arsenal's just played Mansfield Town. We had a final at their ground, Field Mill, which it was called then. It's now called One Call Stadium. And I remember playing there, and I was only 10. I had the old white Umbro boots. I'll never forget them with the blue laces. And it was good because the stadium, we were playing in a stadium. We had a few fans there. And I remember going 1-0 down to our local rivals. And the feeling after we'd already just won the league, I was thinking to myself, what are we going to lose today? Are we going to lose this final? When that whistle goes, obviously you're only 10-year-old, but when that whistle goes, is fans going to be cheering on the opposite team? Are they going to be standing there lifting that trophy? And this is it. And I mean, people might think it sounds daft, but this was a 10-year-old, and I kept worrying, thinking, what if we don't what if we don't win this final today? I want to win that trophy. We've already won the league, but I want this as well. I want to win. It was called GT Cup, and I scored 2 in, and we did end up winning 2-1.
Success breeds success.
And I loved it. And then I wanted to win season after. Season after. You never lose that winning feeling. Once you win, you don't say, well, I won that. You know what? I'll just leave it next. It's like a runner when he's running. Do you think when he's running, he thinks, oh, I'll tell you something, I'm going to drop back now and I'm going to let that person in 5th place catch up with me? No. Football is about winning and standing there and being proud at the end of the season and saying, you know what, on that day, we turned up and won that.
There you go, Matty. Look at that. Look at that, Matty.
Get that ring inside. Yeah, that's
yeah, see that medals, man.
Win medals. Ring them out. Ring them out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nothing gets better than winning, baby. Winning. Just win, baby. Just
exactly.
That's it.
But I think,
and that's the thing.
I think the annoying thing. I think. Sorry, man. I think the annoying thing about this final was, for me, it was a springboard for the future success.
Yes, it was.
Because it weren't just about losing finals, and I know what people are saying. Oh, it's only this. It doesn't matter. It might not have mattered if this group of players had won finals previously. But this group of players have not won anything. That's the
thing.
So this would have been
the first stepping stone, DJB. That was it, wasn't it? It was to breed confidence into these players, that winning feeling.
It was the catalyst to get the job done in the Premier League, and then hopefully reach a Champions League final and perhaps win it, or got a chance of winning it. They could have tasted success, but they've tasted defeat. As I said, if this team had won an FA Cup, or they'd won a Carabao Cup last season and they lost this season, then perhaps it might not have mattered so much if we're sitting 9 points clear in the Premier League.
Exactly.
But the fact of the matter is, they've not won anything. No. So this was a cup final to build confidence and build hope for the future. Now,
those fans needed that, DJB, and the players definitely needed it.
Now we're all scratching our head. Thinking maybe. So look, Nelson, in that context, it does matter. It did matter.
Absolutely, man. Every trophy does.
I can handle losing a final. I can handle losing a football match.
That's the way you lose.
Yeah,
It's
the way
the
you
way
lose.
we lose.
That's the thing, Norms. Yeah,
that's the thing. It's the way we lost. We went out at a whimper. We didn't lay a glove on them, and it's a habit that's been continuous with this manager. Do you know what I mean?
What's to worry about? Man City win Crystal Palace and win their game in hand.
But what happens if we don't win that then, Nelson?
They don't want to entertain that.
Don't matter.
They don't want to entertain that because they don't believe it can happen right now. They don't believe it. I keep saying, yeah, we're 9 points clear, but we were 8 points clear 2 years ago.
Yep.
It's the same exact.
Do you know what? Do you know on 7th of February, Matty, we was 9 points clear, and here we are 9 points clear.
Hey,
we haven't even pulled away.
Do you want better, Rich? We were ahead in December, November.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And we've only picked up a few. We just scraped by.
Oh.
We're scraping by again. I'm telling you all. If we're gonna find out a lot about this team. I said this last time I was on Pots. I said we're gonna find out a lot about this team in the next few weeks.
You said that on the roundabout, Matty. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out.
JB, we're gonna watch now. We're gonna see how do they respond by getting up off the canvas. You just got knocked down. You're in the 6th round. How do you adjust?
Southampton's on form.
Well, nobody's talking about that, Rich. Nobody wants to talk about how the form they on. They've come out of nowhere in the
exactly, mate. 100%.
I mean, they went from the middle of the table all the way up to they're probably one of the favorites to come up.
Yeah. And the thing is, in this situation, what Arsenal's in now with these players, like I said, that were the first stepping stone to breed confidence in these players, give them that winning feeling to realise, we can turn up and win our trophy, give them a massive boost. This is a perfect scenario now where you could do with a proven winning manager as our manager, and we ain't got one right now.
I mean, on the other side of the coin, it could go the other way, and it could make them more determined. So we don't know, but we don't know that. But we can only go by past history on failing and failing again. Big up Joseph, my friend. Big up Frozy. Big up DJ Panel. Seen Arsenal fan on TalkSport said to Martin Keown, Rice isn't world class, and Martin Keown said, you football expert, very rude, Martin. Rice isn't world class. Listen, I mean, my definition of world class players is completely different to what a lot of people think world class is. Yeah, I grew up watching. I see the great Georgie Best live. So I mean,
we probably
say no more.
It's kind of hard for us to look at the lens of saying a player is world class.
Big up Joseph, fella.
I think the only player I would see playing. I think the only player I can think of right now, off the top of my head, that I would even classify as world class is probably Harry Kane.
Harry Kane is world class. Yeah.
Harry Kane is world class.
Absolute great player. Listen, Declan Rice, it's fantastic.
Declan's great, but Declan's great, but and he has won a trophy. But for if he can get Arsenal some major silverware, consistent like on a consistent stage, then we can start talking about it. But let me tell you something.
He's got to be captain next season.
Now that he's brought up, but Declan Rice. Let me put this out there. And a lot of people, I know, Mr. 94 Arsenal in the chat's not going to like to hear this because he doesn't like to hear realism. But I'm going to go ahead and say it anyway. Let me tell you something. If we do not do something this year, Declan Rice will start to look around here, start next season.
Absolutely.
He's not staying here.
100%.
Sit here and put up with
100%.
this. You can look at Declan Rice and tell he ain't going to sit around and put up with this.
Yeah, they need that DNA. They need that DNA. Once they got that DNA in them, but at the moment they're devoid of it. At the moment,
he said, "And go where?" He said, "And go where?" Bayern Munich. You tell me.
Hang on, Matty. He's just contradicted himself there. He's saying that Declan Rice is world class, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying that if we don't do anything substantial this year, Declan Rice will go anywhere. Yeah. And he's going, go where? Well, if he's world class, he can go anywhere.
Yeah.
World class players, what you said, can go anywhere. Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG, Liverpool, Man City, Man United. He's world class, right? The world's his oyster. What are you talking about?
Yep.
Good night.
Yeah. Shut it down.
Shut down. Lockdown. He's not leaving Arsenal. Listen, Arsenal's not the holy grail, my friend. If players that are world class,
Hey DJ, they said the same thing about
do
TT.
not win trophies,
Hey.
they move on. I've been
They
watching
said-
football for over 50 years. I know the coup.
They said TT won't leave. They said Patty won't leave.
Henry ain't going to leave, is he, Arsenal? Henry won't ever leave Arsenal.
Yeah, Ashley won't leave.
Cesc Fabregas won't ever leave Arsenal.
Nasri.
Van Persie.
Ashley
Persie?
Cole won't
Oh.
ever leave Arsenal. They leave. They
Yeah.
want medals.
Yeah.
They wanted a medal Sunday and they never got one. U-shaped football FC.
Yep.
Anyway, on that note, big up to every single one that's in the chat. Thank you all of you for all your comments. Nelson, everyone. David C. Lynch. Every single one of you. Thanks for all your comments. All of you, you know who you are. Thanks for all your super chat. All I'm going to ask you to do, people, is one, smash your like on the channel. Hype as well. Hit the hype as well. Hype it, smash it, do whatever you want to do with it. Also, guys, sub to the channel if you've not subbed, and sub to Rich99. Make sure you sub to Normski and the Southern Gooner. Normski, you've kept it going, my friend. It's been a,
Yeah.
big up. It's been a brilliant mingle. I knew it would be the first one after.
It was good.
Final.
It was good. Yeah,
What you got coming up, Norms?
It's therapy. That's what I've got to say. It's therapy. I mean, look, it's next week. Back on the What's Going On podcast. I had one early one today. That went really well. I had Gianni on. Had a really good show.
That guy's really knowledgeable.
Gianni. Yeah.
You.
I mean, yeah. His football knowledge is just. I don't know how he retains it and whatever.
Worldwide, isn't it? I'm going to start calling it a sponge.
Encyclopedia. Do you know what I mean? Big up to him. So yeah. So next week, I've got my show, and then obviously followed by. I mean, it just depends because obviously it's International Week and that, but I'm sure there's going to be some sort of story.
Yeah. There will be, man. There will be. We'll have a little mingle. We'll have a little mingle. Obviously, this was going to be a long mingle because we had Matty and Richie came on, and it was the cup final. We was digesting over, and we're just all worried, people. We're just concerned. We're concerned because that performance Sunday is
not acceptable.
A regular occurrence. Matty, what you got coming up, my friend? And thank you, brother, for joining us. Absolutely amazing as always. Love, bless. What you got coming up?
Absolutely, man. First off, Rich, I'm glad to share the screen with you, man, for the first time, brother.
Yes, mate. Thank you very much. Well, I'll just say in a minute. Yeah.
Nomski, as always, and JB, I was thrilled when you asked me to hop on. I was going to try my best to make sure I was on today, man. I will be out of town a couple of days next week, but I plan on doing a stream next week at some point.
Yeah,
you'll know it when you see the thumbnail. Just make sure you hit that notification when that thumbnail.
Come on, man.
You'll know what time it is when that thumbnail pops up. So.
Listen, I'm just going to interrupt you there, Matty. Sorry, man, but when Matty don't do many streams because.
But when he does it, I'm
telling you now, when he does one, it's
gourmet. Hey, it's a gourmet. It's a gourmet meal, man.
Even myself will watch a Matty stream. Honestly, don't miss it. So if Matty, just go on, man.
So. Yep, that's it, man. And then we'll be back. I'll be watching a little international footy over the holidays. I think United States we play Belgium one week and one day, and I think we play Portugal. So I'll get a good
look on the US
to see what they look like. So they better get their act together before we get this World Cup. So that's it, brother.
Retro Gooner. DJB, you know that funny feeling when you're hearing a funny noise coming from the car engine on the M25? That's Arsenal. Exactly. I always say, and Lynch will back me up on this, supporting Arsenal is like driving in the fog. Yeah. You can't really see where you're going. You're a little bit nervous and you're just hoping you'll get there. Yeah. Rich, thanks for joining me. First time making an appearance with me. Big up to you, my friend. What you got coming up? Shout your channel.
Yeah, I just want to say massive thank you, DJB, for having me. Normski, great to be on with you. And Matty, first time. And big up to everyone in the chat. It's been fantastic. Great show. just basically just doing some lives, doing some shorts, started doing little videos like 2 minute, 250, well, say 2 to 3 minute long. But I think sometimes like I don't do a set time for me. Like I'm not like, right, that's my slot. Do you know what I mean? I've tried different times, but it's sometimes things get in the way, don't they? Do you know what I mean? And it you know, like sometimes you think to yourself, I wanted to put that as my headline. Now something's just appeared, and you think, So like,
it's always the way,
I'm
though,
like, and sometimes
you do a title, and then something happens, and then you just think, oh,
and you're already on live, and you think, I mean, I just look like I'm at the moment better set up. I mean, I remember at Bruce Banana. I think you're on Norms, weren't you? When I I made my debut, and I was back in changing rooms with my football boots on, and I couldn't even get out. And I was like, right, I've got to go, and it didn't work when I tried to change it. So my setup's getting better now. And I'm just working my way to 1,000 subs. So yeah, and it's like when I seen you were live, I'm thinking, how can I get like DJV's attention? And I thought Normski Instagram. So. And channel brilliant as always, great show, chat fantastic, and it's just like we should be ecstatic now. We should be literally thinking and I'm DJ. I can't.
It's nervy, isn't it?
Even in my head, I'm thinking we're not beat Bournemouth. We might, but I think we're going to slip up. And I shouldn't be. But the thing is, we've done it all season. We've been shambolic in a lot of games. But we've got away with it. And in 2025, obviously, last year, Gabriel and Saliba was our saviour. And when Declan Rice's engine kind of didn't stop, which it doesn't most of the games. But this year, the concentration's dipped and we've been found out. And Sunday, we got taught a proper footballing lesson from a winning mentality, team players, and a proven manager.
I think I would feel, I mean, I was all upbeat and everything else, but if we was playing really, really good football and we were blowing teams away and we was playing with a swagger and a lot of confidence and all of that, and I know we can't do it all the time. I know there's certain games you can't play like that. I understand that, right? But if we was on the whole playing good football and we played like that Sunday, I'd go, oh, it was a one-off. It was a bad day at the office.
Yeah.
Because we've been playing fantastic football all season. We've turned up Sunday. We've got cold feet. It's a bad day at the office. And it wouldn't be so bad. But what I saw Sunday is what I've seen pretty much recently and for many, many games. And that's what worries me. And whether certain people in the chat get where I'm coming from, I don't know. But that's what I'm trying to say. You blow away teams, you play fantastic football all year round. You turn up at a cup final, you get cold feet, you have an off day, it happens. But we've been playing like that pretty much all season. We've just been nicking games. And that's what's worrying me going forward. And we may win the Premier League, but then what? We've got to sell players, we've got to buy players, because other teams will be raising the bar. And if we don't raise that bar, it's taken us 6 years to win this Premier League. So if we don't raise the bar again, how many more years is it going to take us?
I just want to say another, DJB, sorry to interrupt as well. I think we're lucky that Aston Villa are restricted, because I think if Unai Emery would have been given keys to the car and been like to spend a lot more money, I think he'd have pushed Arsenal. Because he started the season with Tyrone Mings was out injured nearly all season, and he got Victor Lindelof, an outcast at Man United, playing fantastic at centre-back. Ollie Watkins has been in and out. He's still managed to keep it going with him. He's got Emi Buendia playing fantastic. He's had Kamara, McGinn, and Tillemans out for a long period as well. And he's still kept pace. Now, I got it wrong. I said they wouldn't drop out top three, but they have. But to me, I think we're lucky. Because if we'd have been able to spend, I think that's
you got Newcastle,
because
Everton are
they've
going to
got
come
a nice
good
balance.
next season.
Let me throw another dark horse out there for y'all. I got a dark horse for you. If Sunderland spend the money the right way next year.
Yeah,
absolutely matter. Yeah, Brentford. Brentford.
Brentford.
These clubs, they've got money.
Leeds,
yeah.
That's what I'm
So all
saying.
Leeds gotta do is just stay up. That's all. That's all Leeds need to say.
And they will become tougher. Yeah, Matty, they're all going to become tougher. This is what I'm saying. You can't win the Premier League one year and just go, oh, that's it. Job done. Process trusted. Phases all run out. We're done. That's it. Brilliant. You can't do that. You can't carry players year in, year out. And as much as we all love Saka, of course we do. But if he's putting in performances like he has done this season and last season, and he continues to do so, then Saka's not fallible. You've got to replace him. Do you know what I mean? But big up everyone, guys. Anyway, guys, Norski, please send me that Arteta pic that behind you, mate.
Hold on, let's
big
go.
up, Lawrence. Big up everyone.
Big up everybody.
Or everyone that's come over, that's been new, subbed. Smash the likes. Everything's well. Nelson, Saka has carried Arsenal. Can't just be on him. No, he has, Saka. I'll leave you on this, Nelson. Saka has not only carried Arsenal, he's also saved this manager's job. And that, to you, would be worth 300 grand a week. And I'll leave you on that. Big up, everyone. The Lynch, everyone else. Smash the likes, people. Sub to all my legends. You're all legends in the chat. Thank you very much indeed. We're out of here. Bless.
Thank you very much, DJB. Panel chat.
Take care, guys.
Bless.